Don't take it personally, babe. It just ain't your story. Welcome, folks, back to the Free March. This actually comes from the creator of Digital, a love story. And because so many people seem to enjoy that, I figured, what the hell, we'll give this a go. There are, of course, some mistakes that you can see coming from miles ahead. Mistakes that you should have known better than to make. There are mistakes where you realize as you go along that things are just getting worse. I've made a lot of those mistakes in my life. But then there are also mistakes that you could never see coming. You just have to leap in head first, and all you can do is hope it's not one of those. Hope that your decision doesn't turn out to be a mistake. And it's on that high note that I start my first day of school. Ooh, let me drop the volume a bit. Yes, I'm nervous, and I don't think there's much shame in that. The classroom is full by the time I arrive. I stare at the sea of unfamiliar faces, their eyes piercing as they stare back. And look at all those uniforms. It's outright intimidating. I'm gonna lower just a little bit more. Now isn't the time to be scared of 11th graders, though. I take a deep breath and introduce myself to my new class. Good morning, everyone. I'm Mr. Rook, and starting today I'll be taking over as your homeroom teacher. Okay. Your hair is... A month into the year, apparently, their proper teacher became seriously sick and is on extended leave. I'm ready, looking forward to spending the year with you guys. Already, really. Ugh. First, I'm going to take attendance, so I have some idea who you all are. After that, I'll get to tell you a bit about myself, and then we can get started. Hopefully enough, the class list is available on my computer. And the glowing mail icons tell me that I have unread messages which I can read at any time, and probably should soon. Well, here goes. Sorry in advance if I pronounce any of these wrong. Ariana Bellasai? Here. Alright. That's a cute name. Kendall followers? Sup, sir? Good. Taylor Gibson? I'm here. So you are. Next. Sorry, Charlotte Grewal? Is that right? Yes, that's right. Present. Just checking. How about Isabella Hart? Is there any guys in this class? Nobody says anything, or at least not that I can hear, but a girl near the back of the class waves. Okay, Isabella's at the back. Nolan Striukas? No answer. Nolan? Is Nolan here? Someone taps on the shoulder of one of the boys strongly. Nolan, say something! It's attendance! Oh, here. Oh shit, he's gonna be a badass, isn't he? He's gonna kill somebody. He's got that gray hair, 11th grader thing going on. Alright, and Akira Yamazaki. Here. Wow, nice colors there. I realize the school's uniform policy is really more like a suggestion, but wow. Alright, great. I go through the entire class list, and it looks like everyone is here after all. Now I just have to start remembering the faces. An introduction is in order, though. This will be interesting. I'm the world's biggest fuck-up. I've managed to screw up a whole 2 marriages and became a teacher because of a bizarre midlife crisis. I'm looking forward to working with you all. Is probably not what I should say. This will actually be my first full-time teaching job. I studied English literature in university, but I've spent the past 15 years working in computers. Which I hope should serve as a warning to anyone who plans to go into computers. It is bleak, boring work. But here I am now. I'm not a hard ass, and I've never liked teachers who were when I was your age. If for any reason whatsoever you're having trouble, whether it's academically with your fellow students... Can I read these now? Are these little bastards Facebooking during my... They're Facebooking! I think our new homeroom... I think I like our new homeroom teacher. He seems like he'll be nice. Oh my god, is that our new homeroom teacher? So hot. I think that everyone's kind of... man, listen to that. He's totally to smex. Oh, I didn't know teachers could look like that. He'll do. Oh, of course. That's your kind of man, Taylor. Okay. Interesting. 12 channel? Very interesting. I'm in my office most days after school, so just ask, no matter what it's about, even if it seemed trivial. Yeah, I'm not going to be any of the assholes that I had for teachers in high school, that's for sure. Regardless, I'm looking forward to working with you all. I look over the class and I can tell they look vaguely impressed. I didn't expect anything more. Well, now it's time to get started on the boring things, like going over the syllabus. The next day, death comes to the high school. Right? Maybe not. Okay, as I explained yesterday, today we're going to be starting our unit on Pulp Fiction with the novel Chainmail. Can I see a show of hands of everyone who actually did the homework last night? Every hand in the room goes up. I would hope so. It was only 40 very short pages. Jeez. Alright, so what are your initial impressions of the premise? Obviously, this is a novel that is fundamentally about an early era of internet culture. Do you think it seems relatable? Unrelatable? So can someone explain to me what exactly is up with the new lesbians this week? All I see is a bunch of status updates and a whole lot of drama. What's different now? Can I... So this is just the... Okay, this is just email. May just want to lower the computer, the volume just a smidge more. Okay. Mr. Rolk, if you're reading this, you obviously have your computer set up, and you should note that in addition to your own personal things, as part of our ongoing trial with giving students their own computers, you will be able to access all your students' social networking messages. Oh boy. Most teachers found this to be an extremely effective way of monitoring online bullying pragmatically. It's impossible to stop students from chatting in class, but you can at least be on top of it. Oh boy. So that's what this is all about. Just your general thoughts. There's no right or wrong answer here. Anyone? After a bit of hesitation, the hand of the girl with pigtails and glasses goes up. It takes me a moment to remember her name. Charlotte. Who should I call in to answer? Call on Charlotte. As much as I am tempted to pick on Taylor for not paying attention in class, I decide the better of it. I'd be a jerk if I did. Yes, Charlotte? Well, it seems like it's really all disconnected, isn't it? Everything's all about emails and one private website. That's very surprising. What about that struck you as surprising? Specifically, how the girl wasn't able to reach out to anyone because she didn't know anyone's email addresses. It feels very disconnected. Lonely. It wouldn't make much sense to have a story like that now. She could have just posted on her classmates' walls. Interesting. So do you say it's inherently more lonely because of the technology? I don't know. Maybe? That's okay, you can sit down now. It's a good segue, though. You've touched on some important themes. Move on and carry on with the lecture as intended. A couple people seem engaged, at least. The reluctance leaves me feeling worried, though. Taylor, don't be a bitch. Is it going to be really that hard to engage them? I thought my choice in reading material would help, at least. Deeply worrying that I'm not cut out for this. Lunch hour. Class files out impatiently the instant the lunch bell rings. Hey, can I ask you some sort of weird question? That's kind of... It's a neat story for a game, though, that, like, you know, you're just kind of playing the teacher there, but you're actually following the drama of everyone else. That's neat. I lean over to get out my packed lunch. When I sit back up, I see a set of students waiting. Not everyone is in a rush, it looks. Excuse me, Mr. Rook? How can I help you? Do you mind if we eat our lunches in here? It's what we used to do with our old homeroom teacher. Not in the cafeteria? Hello, yeah. Who says LOL? No one says LOL! Yeah, right. Sorry, sir, but have you seen the cafeteria? It's just a miserable hole. Hideous, so noisy you can't even hear yourself think. It's really bad. Yeah. It's just incredibly unpleasant. If it's a problem, we'll understand, but no, not at all. Of course you can. I just never thought of it. Thank you! Teehee. Thanks. Not at all. Just don't make a mess and it won't bother me one bit. There was another one. This one. Taylor. Easy, bro. It's cool. You don't gotta be a white knight on my part, Taylor. It's pretty simple. We broke up. End of story. Oh, okay. I go back to my lunch and all three of them take seats near each other. I could conceivably try to avoid listening on their conversation, but it'd be a challenge. So level with me, Charlotte. Don't. No, for reals, I'm serious. Oh my god, don't bring it up. Come on, Kendall is my bro. I would like to know what's going on with her. But if she's your bro... I'm sure she doesn't. It's fine, Bella. Why has everyone assumed that just because we fought, it means I don't ever want to speak of her ever again? She's still my friend. So why are you avoiding her? We just need some time apart right now, that's all. There's no drama. It's over with. Ever been in love? Well, don't tell Taylor that. Why? How is it any of her business? LOL. Do you really think that matters to her? It's Taylor. She's been trying to rattle the hornet's nest on Amy. Well, let me tell you, from first-hand knowledge, I don't think it's going to work, which is good, because Kendall, when she's upset, is... You're right, that is a weird question, but yes, I have. I don't know, I'm the best person to ask about it, though. It never worked out for me. Did I tell you about that? Anyhow, why do you ask? This is a... interesting concept. It's not a fate I'd wish on even Taylor. Just get a drink. Throat is dry. Little V8 fusion. The, Concord Grape Raspberry. I'm sorry, I just assumed something was wrong, given that what I've been hearing. Are you two alright? I'm really bad with names. I mostly try to avoid looking up at any of the three students. I feel like an awkward interloper. I'd forgotten how ridiculous high school drama could be. Will they be like this for the whole year? Probably. Now that I think of it, it's just been a long time, and it seemed so reasonable when I was their age. I'll probably have to keep my eye on Taylor. Sorry, no, you never told me about that. What happened? Did he turn you down? And Taylor Gibson. What did you say? LOL. Yes. LOLs! And also on whatever is going on between those two girls. Mr. Rook? Oh, yes? How are you finding it so far? Our school, I mean, not too disappointing, I hope. It's going to take some time to get used to be truthful. Have you been here since grade 9? Oh my god. Cool story, says pro tip, we're not at the end, that's all I have to say. I think that everyone kinda... Oh. How do I go back to just, like, messages? No, not exactly. It's a long story, really. Okay, I just hit that. I don't understand what's wrong with those two lesbos. I just expressed some concern and Kendall flips the hell out on me. Shouldn't have to be such a bitch. Just saw your response to Taylor. Nice! You're pretty much untrollable. I don't know why she thought you would be a good target. I hated high school so much for that. I hated this drama bullshit. The two of us make small talk for a bit about first days of school and such. The other two don't seem to say anything, whether it's shyness or because they're too busy sending messages to other students. I can't tell. It might be both. Eventually they all leave at the end of the lunch break for their other classes. I don't know what to make of any of what they were talking about at all. Talk about it, but it's a long story. Not a very interesting one, but a long one if you really care. We can talk about it some other time if you want, but now's not the best time. What's up with you, though? I'm sure you have a reason for asking. Come on, I know you. Who do you want advice about? Interesting. It sucks, but you know, it's Kendall. She always likes this. You really shouldn't have expected her to do anything but flip out on you. It's what she does. I wasn't the target, it was Charlotte, and it's probably going to work. She'll probably say everything's cool, but it'll crush her inside. What a bitch. It's not really just as simple as saying LOL you mad and then letting her go fuck off. It's going to hurt Charlotte. Trying to shut her down is basically all I can do, raging pretty hard, but what else can I do? Sad face. That night. It's my second day on the job, and I don't know what to think of all of this. You know me too well. Well, it's kind of the embarrassing, actually. It's just that I have the biggest crush on this guy. Like, for serious. I really feel like I need to just follow my heart and make a move, even though I barely know him. Does that sound crazy to you? OMG, you don't mean who I think you mean, do you? Don't laugh, but yes, I'm pretty sure I do. What the fuck? I turn to what I can do, which is reviewing my lecture notes for tomorrow. It's probably my own fault for not being engaging enough. I'll have to try and do better. That's all I can do. The next morning. Da 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 da. Having nothing better to do, I stick around in the classroom even before the school day is technically begun. Hello, sorry, it's just kind of funny, but don't worry about it. I think you're absolutely right, and there's no question the dude is hot, and he seems smart. If you're into him, I think you totally should. What's the worst that could happen? You get shot down? Come on, you're a cute girl. He's an older man. What do you think he's going to say? You don't... wait. Ariana... Homeroom teacher, so... No. Not doing that whole thing. Well, I don't know if, like... I assume that's not accepted in Japan, as it's... and I assume this is a Japanese classroom versus a, U.S. classroom. But I'm reminded of when I was in high school. I was usually the first one in the room then, too. I guess not much has changed since then. It doesn't take long before the first student comes in, and I'm not surprised when I see who it is. Charlotte. Good morning, Mr. Rook. Of course it would be her, wouldn't it? Hi, Charlotte. You're totally right. Okay, I'm going to do this then. I guess the thing to do would be make small talk. Lovely weather today, isn't it? For now, I guess it's supposed to rain later, though. Didn't you know? Oh, shoot. No, I didn't realize. Should have checked the weather report. Yeah. Well, how do you get here? I walk. Well, maybe it'll stop by the time I have to leave. Better hope so. While I'm mentally kicking myself for not checking before I left, another girl walks in. Hi. Sup. She barely even looks up and definitely isn't expecting an answer. She just disappears to her desk, not even making eye contact with Charlotte, and stares at her computer. I keep chatting with Charlotte, and eventually the rest of the class starts to file in. Later that day. Click. Mr. Rook might be cute, but he sure isn't very smart. He didn't even check the weather report before leaving for school. He's going to get soaked walking home without an umbrella. Fuck you, bitch. What the hell? Another thing that is used to great effect is the story within a story. You might even argue that it's metafictional. That is, that it's a story about stories. What do you think? Do the details of the story being told by four girls matter, or is it just there as a filler for detail? I look around, and raising her hand is... Ariana? Oh, I think I know why. My mind instantly goes to the wrong place. I'm not comfortable with this crush of hers at all. Not that I can acknowledge it in any way. What can I say anyway? Go ahead, Ariana. I think the details are extremely important. They reflect on the story as a whole, so you could, learn what's really going on from them. Good. That's valid. And also they're important because they're written by the characters. You can learn a lot about someone from how they write. Yes, that's also very good. Do you have any examples? and she just goes on, completely dominating the class discussion. But it's clear she's engaged in the material at least, so I can hardly shut her down. I'm glad she's taking it seriously, at least. Eventually the lunch bell rings and the class starts to file out, in a hurry as ever. Staying behind is the same group as yesterday. No, not quite the same group as yesterday. Excuse me, Mr. Rook? Yes? I have to go buy lunch now, but you know how you said you're always available to talk, right? Oh, shit. You look great. I love that dress. The blue is perfect for you. Knock him dead. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah? What's up? Could I stop by after class to talk about the book we're doing? There's something I still don't think I get, so I'd like to go over them more. Yeah, I highly doubt that's really why. But I can't exactly say no, can I? I did promise. Sure, of course you can. Come by around 4. We'll talk about what's giving you trouble. Thanks, Mr. Rook. I'm looking forward to it. Meanwhile, the other 3 are chatting away just like before. I'm just left on my own to worry about how I'm going to deal with Ariana. Maybe it'll just go away. She'll get over it. Yeah, of course, that's it. Schoolgirl crushes are always fleeting. So, how are things going with you two? Good. Oh, well, you know. 3:55 p.m. That's it for the day. Well, as far as classes go anyway. Sure enough, Charlotte was right. By the end of the day, it started to rain. Ariana's probably on her way to my office. But before I go, I should take a break to see if there are any new 12 channel posts. Really, I should at least take a quick glance. Oops, that's Reconnect. Has anyone tried playing Magical Love Adventure 2? Pretty awesome visual novels, bro. OP's new porn game. It's not porn, it's highly sophisticated. It's all about character development and heartfelt emotion. LOL. Porn. So what kind of character is it about? The most interesting is Haim-chan, your younger classmate who is a good friend. It's not about the sex. It's about a young girl growing to understand her feelings. So there is sex then? Well, yes, but it's an important part of the character arc. Porn. You just don't understand what it's really about. Just give it a try, bro. You'll see what I mean. Just played it. Oh, shit. Actually, OP was right. It is pretty awesome. Haim-chan is my waifu. Great story. Told you it wasn't just porn, man. So, what did you like about it? Yeah, I like the part where you fucked a 15-year-old. Come on. I did. LOL. Okay, yeah, so did I. Oh, God. Time to go. Hi, Mr. Rook. Hi, Ariana. Why don't you have a seat and we'll talk about what you were having trouble with? She sits down, crossing her skinny legs with exaggerated motion. It's a pretense, of course. I know it. She definitely knows it, and I feel deeply uncomfortable going along with this. We, of course, do discuss the novel as she requested, and she does ask the right questions. But it's obvious that's not why she's here. Even if she mentioned Isabella, I wouldn't have noticed. For sure, it's not just the way she's trying too hard to care about the book, or the length of her dress. Every time she asks a question, she leans forward, fiddling with the end of her hair with her long fingers. I notice, of course. Every time she's waiting for an answer, she puts her hands on her knees with a smile, rubs one of her bare, smooth legs against the other. I notice, of course. Every time I speak, she stares just a little too deeply back with those dark, young eyes. I notice, of course. Despite it having never happened once in my life before, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind she is trying to seduce me. I have to wrap this up. I have to end this now, and I definitely have to get out of here now. I move, getting ready to stand up. She just follows my lead. Okay, well, it's starting to get late. Do you have any other questions about the book? No, I think that's all for now. I definitely do have a better understanding now. Thanks so much for the help, Mr. Rook. It's nothing. I'm glad to help. I mean it. I really want you to know you seem like a great teacher, and I appreciate that a lot. I really like you. Oh, damn it. Here it comes. Can I get out before she manages to clarify that into a confession? Oh, well, I'm glad anyway. I should get going. It was good to talk to you. I get up, get all the way to the doorway. Could it be that I can avoid it getting awkward after all? Likewise. I just have to say goodbye and I'm gone. Problem solved. Just have to say, Mr. Rook, are you going to take your umbrella, or did you not bring one? Oh, shit. She's good. She's got me. I know exactly what she's going to say if I tell the truth. What should I do? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. No, I didn't realize it was going to rain. I didn't think to bring one. That's okay, why don't we walk together then? We can share mine. And there it is. I don't... Come on, you don't want to be caught out in the storm, do you? You'd get soaked and probably get sick for sure. Really, it wouldn't be a problem. Rationally, I know better. Rationally, I know I plan to shut her advances down, to be the mature adult and not even give her a chance. Rationally, I know that you can't get sick from being out in the rain, and rationally, I know that following along with her plan would be irresponsible of me. Rationally, I know that it's wrong to find how she's managed to catch me so perfectly off guard, charm me in any way. Rationally, I know that I shouldn't find that smile she's giving, the one that says she knows I'm going to say yes, so adorable. Rationally, I should say no. So you actually live around this neighborhood? Like, within walking distance? I figured we'd just be walking to the subway. I guess it turns out I'm not as good at acting rationally as I'd like. Yeah, just a few blocks away, actually. Oh, have you been here long? Only a week. Actually, I moved into the neighborhood once I got the job here. Oh, I see. So did you live alone? Come on, don't ask that. Yeah, for several years now. I leave that hanging as a reminder of how old I am. I've been divorced, kid, twice. With any luck, she'll pick up on that. Oh, well, that must be nice, having things all to yourself. As she says that, she moves in even closer than she was before, so I can feel her arm pressing against mine. So much for having any luck. Well, it's not always so bad. That's not honest at all. It's a lie. The biggest lie. I hate living on my own. It's lonely. It's soul-crushing. It's terrible. It's always so bad. Huh. Ironically enough, I love living alone. But I'll bet. And that's when I make a mistake. I look back down at her. I make eye contact, and she just responds with the biggest grin. She's happy right now. She's so happy, I can tell. And all I can think as I look at the poor kid is that I know the only thing she's thinking of right now is me. It's one hell of a thought. I look away and we keep walking down the street, but it's too late. I've humored her. I've gone along with her, and I've practically acknowledged it to her now. She just babbles away happily, and I realize there isn't going to be an easy way out. This crush of hers isn't something that I can ignore, and it'll go away. After what feels like the longest walk home ever, finally we arrive at my building. This is me. Thanks for the umbrella. I have to do something, and it has to be now. Okay, it's not a problem at all, though. I really enjoyed talking with you a lot. Well, actually, there's something I'd like to tell you. All around us, rain pours heavily. My stomach stinks. And then she takes my hand with her own, squeezing with those delicate fingers of her. Despite the rain still, they're so soft to the touch. She smiles sweetly at me, getting ready to confess to me, and I realize with horror, as that girl prepares with her short dress, with her surprisingly deep eyes, with her unsubtle flirting, with her delicate grip, with all those things standing right in front of me, I realize in spite of myself, I'm becoming just a bit hard. I have to do something now before she says something. Pull her hands off. Yeah. We gotta cut this off now. I can't afford to be thinking with my dick here. I've already gone along with this for far too long now. I pull her hands off of mine. Please, stop there, Ariana. I just want to tell you... I know what you want to tell me. It's obvious. Ariana, I'm flattered, really, but please, just don't say it, okay? What? She looks shocked, as if her intentions aren't obvious. It seems to be at loss for words. It wouldn't be appropriate, Ariana. In fact, this is already completely inappropriate. I shouldn't be walking students back to my apartment. Do you know how bad that looks? I promise I won't tell anyone, Mr. Rook. I really like you. I just want... I'm sorry. I truly am sorry, but I know what you want, and... This is the worst rejection I've ever given in my life. This is the worst. I'm babbling. She's babbling, and there's no way this won't end in crushed feelings. I'm your teacher, Ariana. You're a cute girl who obviously knows how to use her charms. You shouldn't be chasing guys over twice your age. You can do better. Oh my god, what the fuck am I even saying? This isn't a rejection, it's just playing hard to get. What is wrong with me? No, I couldn't. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're hot, you're smart, and you're modest. Of course I like you. There's nothing wrong with that. I can't do this gently. I'm apparently incapable of doing this gently without coming across like an absolute retard. I guess... I'll have to be a jerk. Stop, please, just stop. Ariana, you're embarrassing yourself and you're embarrassing me. You're too young, it wouldn't be right, and frankly, I wouldn't feel disgusted with myself if I said yes. Do you understand? Whatever she wants from me, it's never going to happen. It can't. I thought... I'm sorry, Anna. Please go home. Fine, forget it. Forget I said anything. She runs off, disappearing into the rain, probably crying even harder. I go inside my apartment and resist the urge to just repeatedly slam my head into the wall until I stop feeling so bad about what I said. What a truly deeply awful thing to say to someone. I sit on the edge of my own bed and all I can do is wonder, where did I go wrong? How did it turn out this way? Poor kid, all she was a harmless schoolgirl crush, and the guts to follow through on it. She sure didn't deserve to have some old teacher flip out on her like that. I sigh. I mean, she'll get over it. Schoolgirl crushes are always fleeting, of course. But still, poor kid. It's actually a pretty neat game so far, folks. I'm enjoying this. So, how'd it go? Come on, you have to let me know. Reading this piece of shit for English class. It's awful. Why? I don't know! Oh, boy. How do I want to look in our inbox. Well, let's look at that 12chan thing. There are currently no threads that pass the stupidity filter criteria. Try again later. This time it's not Charlotte who's the first to come in, it's her. I grimace, praying she doesn't make things more awkward than they already are. Excuse me, Mr. Rook? Yes? Just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I was way out of line before. I really should have kept it together. That was really immature of me. Oh, good. Can you forgive me? I sigh again. Of course I can. I just want to forget the whole affair ever happened to begin with. Of course. Let's just pretend it never happened, okay? Start with a fresh slate. Alright. Thanks. After that, she goes to take her seat. Shut down! And it doesn't take too long for Charlotte to arrive. Hi. Why do I still have an unread? Oh, because I didn't. Good morning, Mr. Rook. I hope your walk home yesterday wasn't too bad. Not so much, no. I'm never skipping checking the weather before I leave again. That's too bad. A good plan, though. We continue to make idle chit-chat as the class slowly files in. After the night I had yesterday, I'm not particularly in any hurry to get started. Today's lecture is going to be at a leisurely pace. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I understand perfectly. Believe me, that really sucks. You can always move on to others, though, right? So, as you've probably figured out, this is the part of the story where you get the hint that things are going to start to get really weird. Oh, boy. Taylor Gibson is looking forward to the party this weekend. Anyone else? No. Fuck you. I'm calling on your ass, dude. I pause for effect. So, what do you think of the use of foreshadowing in the chapter you read last night? How does it differ from the start of the novel? After a couple seconds, a single hand goes up. I can't say I'm terribly surprised. Disappointed in the rest, maybe, but not surprised that it's not... Oh, it's not Ariana. Go ahead, Charlotte. Are you kidding? No... oh, God. Oh, no, 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 no. What I realized last night was that I wouldn't have been so upset if it wasn't really love. But if it hurts so badly, it has to be. That's fine. If I'm not good enough for him now, then I'm just going to have to try harder, right? I'll be able to do it for sure. Oh, god damn. Oh, god. End of chapter 1. What does it mean to be a gentleman? Is it an outdated concept, or is there really a perfect model for a man in particular to follow that's still relevant to our times? Does it matter? And is that truly a good thing? According to L.J. Powell, before you can ask that question, you first have to ask one simple question. What does it mean to be a gentleman? I'll jump into what Powell thinks in a minute, but first, what do you think it means? Just the first thing that comes to mind. The class pauses for longer than I'd like, given that I just threw them the easiest question imaginable. And predictably, the first hand to go up is Charlotte's. Go ahead, just tell me anything. This is a little bit obvious, but chivalry? As in holding the door open for a woman? Yes, it is a little bit obvious. Right, that's definitely one. How about... Okay, Taylor? Definitely was surprised to see her put her hand up. Knowing how to be respectful for a girl. For example, a gentleman wouldn't treat a girl like crap just because they've broken up. I stare at her. There's more than just a touch of bitterness to her voice. I wonder who she's really talking about. Nolan is an island entire of itself. Oh my goodness. You seem kind of distant, more so than usual. Things okay? Sorry, just grappling with some personal stuff. Things have been kind of confusing lately. Actually, can I ask you for advice? Of course, bro. Oh, boy. Hugs and good luck. I have faith in you. I'm sure you can do it. Oh, boy, no. Tell me I'm not the only one who saw the finale of Aniko last night. That was the most amazing thing. OMJ. What's that? Sticking around behind are the usual group. So, Charlotte, when are you going to forgive Kendall? Digital Girl Aniko. It's a Suju AI anime. Just finished in Japan. What about this 12chan stuff? Huh? Forgive? What are you talking about? I don't like having to avoid either one of my friends or the other. Can't you two just get back to getting along? I don't see why you think we don't get along. Leave it alone, Akira. Don't you think so, Mr. Rook? Wouldn't it be better if they made up? Oh, hell no. Don't drag me into this. Pardon me? I think it's none of my business. Yeah, but don't you think... I really don't want to have this conversation. Isabella is giving me the dirtiest glare, and while I have no idea how Charlotte feels, I don't think interposing is going to help. Excuse me, I just remembered somewhere I need to be. Don't let anyone else into the classroom. Before anyone else can say anything, I escape with my lunch, shutting the door behind me. The two girls can deal with Akira without me. I walk away planning to take some solace in the office, but before I even make it to the stairs, I can see another two students in the distance, and I can definitely hear them. First, there's something I kind of have to tell you. It's kind of a big deal, actually. Kind of anxious, so don't laugh, okay? Well, you don't have to be such a jerk about it. Be a jerk about it? I'm being a jerk about it? You're the one who stood up in front of the whole fucking class to take a cheap shot at me. What, you're finally coming out of the closet? Oh boy. And you have the balls to say that I'm being a jerk? After you dumped me, do you have any idea how humiliating that was? Yes, actually that's what I was going to say. I think I'm gay. I didn't! You're the one who fucking dumped me! WTF, you crazy bitch! What's wrong with you? How did I dump you? What? We've had this conversation before. Twice! Will you just fucking leave me alone? Hello, no shit, bro. I kinda already knew. It's no big deal, so what's the problem? What? How could you already know that? I only figured it out, like, last night. Just back away. Get the hell out of this. Can sort it out themselves. I'm not touching this if I don't have to. I'm only here because I was trying to get away from another argument. Turn around and leave as quickly as possible. No kidding. Jeez, what the hell? Oh, thank God, the weekend. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you try not running away from our conversation? I was making a real effort to reach out. Hey, here's an idea. Fuck off. Very mature. Sometimes I can't believe you. Oh, post about it. See if anyone is surprised. Fine. There. Has a big announcement to make. He's gay. Congrats. That's a big step, bro. By the way, here's the context. Akira thinks everyone's going to be surprised. How could anyone know before I did? This is pretty fascinating. I'm actually really enjoying this. This kind of idea of a video game story. The weekend. It's time for excitement and partying, and dates and relaxing and sleeping in, and... Oh, who the hell am I kidding? Oh, this means just a couple of days where I have extra time to prepare my lesson plans. LOL. I'm glad to hear that. I was wondering when you were planning to come out. Congratulations. What the fuck? I order pizza for lunch. It's not that I can't cook. It's just, after the last divorce I realized, what's the point? I don't enjoy cooking, and I can afford not to without breaking the bank. Nope, no surprise, but congratulations. Colindy. Delivery pizza and lessons plans. Yep, it sounds like a it sounds crazy, but it's a lot better than where I was before. No crazy job, no crazy wife, just the challenge of getting kids to engage with literature. I don't mind a single bit. Monday. Can't believe what a pussy a certain person can be. Hello, what did your mom say? You don't even want to know. OMG FML. I didn't catch her in the act, but I think Taylor may have actually fallen asleep at one point, just when I thought I couldn't resent her anymore. I'm just glad when the lunch rolls around and everyone starts to finally act like they're alive again. Do you have any idea what's wrong with Nolan? I tried apologizing to him in the hopes of getting back together, and he just refuses to talk to me. I don't get what his problem is. I'm trying to be nice and just move on from that silly fight, but he just keeps dragging it out. I actually tried to apologize to him, hoping we could... Oh. He just runs away on me, and now he's ignoring my message. I can't believe that guy. What did I do to deserve to be treated like this? Jeez. So, how were your weekends? Alright. I didn't really do much, just homework and some shopping. Disastrous. Totes disastrous. Sunday was the most humiliating day of my life ever. I take it back, Charlotte. You can ignore Kendall all you want. Oh boy. I'm interested in what's wrong with you. Why are you involving me in your stupid gossip? Maybe you should just try acting like an adult and just move on instead of dragging me into your bullshit. Just a thought. Less than 3. Girls are such bitches to each other in high school. I love it. That sucks. You just didn't want to listen to it all? So what are you going to do now? I have no idea. I guess I'm just going to try talking to him again, maybe when he's calmed down a little. I just wish I knew what he's playing at. I get it. I shouldn't have started the fight to begin with. I just didn't want to end it and make things go back the way that... Or I just want to end it. I guess he must be punishing me for it. I want to make things better, but I honestly don't know how, especially if he won't even talk to me. Nice. Very mature. LOL. Hehe, is this about your coming out? I'm sorry, but that was pretty funny. OMG, no, it wasn't. My mom was embarrassing about it, but Kassan was just cruel. Kassan? Who's that? My other mother. She just kept giggling, uncontrollably. Hazuki, right? Not Ikigo? Right. Whoa, where did that bitchiness come from? I just thought maybe you've given me some advice, because you seem like you have experience when it comes to love. You don't have to be like that. Jeez. Yeah, right, that's Suzuki. My mom's the one who posted on Amy. I don't think you've met Kassan ever. Thank God. Real talk here. I'm trying to be sincere, and she's just in a giggling fit. I wonder how I didn't realize sooner. Here's my advice. Get over yourself, and then get over him. In that order. Wow. I don't know if you realize this, Kendall, but normal girls don't like pussies. Maybe that's all. He's more your type. All she keeps saying is, I had no idea you weren't already out of the closet. True story, my mother. It's ridiculous. Kassan, whose own coming out story is like a year long, with all sorts of detailed subplots and will tell it on the drop of a hat, just keeps giggling at me. Awkward. For reals! I'm sorry, but I saw your coming out on Amy, and have to admit, it's funny that you were the last person to figure it out. Yes, that's all you can do. Really, I'm sorry, though. That's awful. LOL, you mad? See, I'm a punchline, bro. My sexuality is just one big setup, and it's not just LOL, you're gay. It's LOL, everyone else but you knew you're a guy. You're gay. Guy, gay. Is that a guy or a girl? I guess that, yeah, it's a guy who... Like, I thought it was a girl to begin with. I guess the uniform, though, thing, right? Whatever. It's not true. See, even Isabella gets cheap shots at me now. Oh, now who's immature? LOL. Makes you feel any better, I didn't know you were gay. Well, not before I read about it on your profile anyway, and now the entire world knows. LOL, it doesn't. You've known me. What a week. True enough. So what are you going to do now? That's the question, isn't it? Well, I'm happy you figured it out. Me too. It's a big step. I had trouble myself when I first met Kendall. Oh my god, you are the biggest bitch. You know that? LOL, you mad? Actually, speaking of Kendall, I'm going to ditch on you guys. I actually made plans. That cool? No, of course. I won't think less of you if you go spend time with your best friend. Don't be silly. Go ahead. Yeah. Alright, thanks. Laters. Oh, that boy. He's kind of adorable, isn't he? I give up. You're impossible. I don't mean in that way, just that he's really funny. He sure does get wound up tight. Well, you heard what his mother's like. That's true, isn't it? He must take after her more than he'd like to think. Every boy takes after his mother more than he'd like to think. Hey, Akira. Hey, Akira's on his way now. Sorry that he's late. We ended up distracting him a bit. Huh? Oops. Thanks. This is actually really cool. Like, oh, I love it. You're welcome. Eee. Do you mean he's not going to meet with you? Do you know where he just went? Uh-oh. Suppose that makes a lot of sense. I can understand that. Hey, he's not going to see Kendall. Oh, how do you know? I just asked. Huh? I wonder where he's going then. I don't know. I think Kendall does, but it is being difficult. Kendall? Difficult? Well, I never. Do you mean he's not going to... Nope, I'm not his babysitter. I don't keep track of his whereabouts. Sorry, sis. I guess you're right. Thanks, though. I'm really glad you're actually willing to talk, even though everyone else has just been awful. Even Isabella was just nasty. Really glad to have you as a friend. Thanks. Sorry to hear that. Sad face. It sounds like you need a hug. I've definitely never heard that kind of sarcasm from her before. Prep period. Sorry, folks. Getting home from work and it's killing me. Hey, what's up? Sorry about the whole awkward thing in the cafeteria. Not my finest hour. It's okay. We all have awkward moments. So I saw your post about coming out. Congratulations. So what did you want at lunch? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind me distracting you. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh. Sadu feiso. Not that I get any prep actually done, I just keep getting distracted by my computer instead, idly checking up on things. Oh, did I get any email? No, I guess I didn't. And did any 12 channel? No. So just messages. Even if they're ostensibly for typing notes and storing books, it seems ridiculous. Compare that to how it was when I was in high school. There was nothing like that. Sorry, it's been... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's hard to say this, and I'm really not good at this sort of thing, but, well, I guess I'm going to have to just say it. I like you, Nolan. You don't get credit for it, but you're obviously a really smart guy. You don't put up with bullshit at school. You don't care about how many friends you have. You're even willing to stand up to Taylor. You're very cool, and you're also very hot, and I admire you so much that it was embarrassing the fuck out of me even thinking about telling you how I feel. I don't know you all that well, but there is nothing in my heart that I would like more than to change that. I'll understand if you're not comfortable and I don't want to talk to me again. I know this seems kind of out of the blue, but I've spent a long time trying to figure this out, and I just can't hold it in any longer. So that's what I wanted to say. I like you. Would you like to hang out sometime? I just really want to get to know you better. I guess that turned out a long story. Sorry, thanks for bearing through it, though. Oh, boy. After school. That's pretty heavy. Give me a day or two, okay? I need to think about it. Of course, I totes understand. Oh, God, I hate kids. That's it for the day. I've packed up my stuff and I'm heading home now. Hey, sir? Or maybe not? Hi, Nolan. What's up? Hey, you know how you said if we ever had a problem, I can ask you for some advice? Sure, what's the problem? Not now, it's a big thing. Could we talk tomorrow? Can't tell if he's being weird, evasive, or shy, or just straight up confused. Still don't really have a very good impression of him, I guess. Aside from his shitty attitude towards his studies and apparently being Taylor's ex, none of that really helps me out here. Of course, why don't you meet me in my office this time tomorrow, then? That's good. Yeah, thanks, sir. Bye. Weird. It's going to be awkward as hell, I'm guessing. 3:55 p.m. the next day. That's it for the day. Well, as far as classes go anyway. Nolan's probably already on his way to my office. Before I go, I should take a break to see if there's any new 12 channel posts. Your favorite Sailor Senshi. What the fuck? As in Sailor Moon? Starting off, Asagi for real. She's lazy, doesn't give a shit about school. She's worthless on her own. Turns out to be a badass anyway. Story of my life. She's fucking awesome. Asagi for life. I don't know anything about Sailor Moon. I'm sorry, folks. Wow, really? Okay, bro, that's kind of weird. I always liked Amy best. She's shy and really smart and otaku-ish. So, okay. Uranus. I would tap the hell out of her. Seriously. You never like Amy, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Look at those fucking books. Amy was smart because she studied her ass off. She's an A+ student. You probably think you're smart too to pay attention in class as you read manga instead. I guess you're right. I would still fucking hate Usagi. She's so damn obnoxious. Fuck Usagi. Wow. Actually, a smug bitch who secretly thought she was too smart to bother, so read manga all the time instead of studying for tests. When you put it that way, no, I would fucking hate her too. Characters like that in fiction piss me off so much, even if they are just like me. It means Asagi for life, bro. Fuck it, true story. Asagi for life. Okay. Well, that's enough dawdling for me. Time to go. Hey, sir. Hi, Nolan. Why don't you have a seat and we'll talk about what you were having trouble with? He sits down. Yeah. Followed by the worst awkward silence of my entire life. He's trying to bring himself to say something, I can tell. But he clearly can't. This is just painful. Come on, say something. I don't know if I can sit through this. I should... We don't know anything. I'll ask if it's about Taylor, because we did hear them arguing. We don't... Theoretically, we don't know anything about the Akira thing, because I was snooping. Or, you know what, well... See, I kind of wish, like, I could wait just a few more minutes. It's about Taylor. Let me guess, this is about Taylor, right? No, not really. She's a pain, I mean, but that's not it. Sorry, it's just hard. I should... ask if it's about Akira? Let me guess, it's about Akira. Yeah, how did you know? Oh shit, I don't have to an explanation for how I could possibly know that, do I? Nobody told me, I only read about it on Amy Contact. Shit, I start to scramble thinking of an excuse. I'm just shocked by the whole thing. I don't know how to respond. How do you respond to that? I guess he didn't actually care or was too distracted to. Still, I should be more careful next time. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Ask why he's shocked. Why are you so shocked? Thing is, I don't know how to say this without sounding pathetic. It's okay, I'm not going to judge, I promise. Yeah. Try to think. I need to convince him that the guy I'm not going to think less of him meant something emotional. How the fuck do you do that? I don't know. I don't think the straightforward you're a 16-year-old who doesn't pay attention at school, I couldn't think less of you is really going to help out, even if it's honest. Maybe I could say, hey, look at me. I'm a twice divorcee, 38 years old, and I've only gone into teaching as some sort of bizarre midlife crisis. Okay? You don't have to worry about seeming pathetic to me. Trust me. I know the feeling, and I'm the last person in the world to judge you on it. Alright? Okay, fair enough, sir. It's just... I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't exactly have any friends. Not even when I was dating Taylor. Not really. At least then I could pretend I was just part of her huge social network, but now it's just me. So you just want a friend? Yeah. No, not really. It's not like I'm desperate. I don't want to say yes to him just because I'm desperate to be close to someone. There's pathetic. And then there's pathetic. Then what? It's just he likes me. He barely knows me, but he feels so strongly that he's willing to embarrass himself for the chance to get closer to me. For me. For me! What the fuck is up with that? He pauses. It's a weird line of thought, but at least he's finally actually saying what he thinks. Then I thought, maybe it's just desperation. There aren't that many boys at this school. But look at him. He's hot, man. I don't mean, like, I don't know, you know, I'm not gay. I'm not attracted to men. It's just objectively, right? You know what I mean. Probably not the kind of boy who would have trouble finding someone. That's it. I mean, fuck. If he wanted, he could probably have any fag in the world he wanted. I don't think he's desperate. So what do you think, then? I don't know. That's the thing, sir. I don't know. It confuses me. I just can't wrap my mind around it. And I don't know what to do. I guess that's where I'm asking for advice, sir. I stare at him. He's asking me what he should do? How the hell should I know? I assumed this problem was going to be something simple, something understandable. Bullying I can get. His ex being a jerk, I can definitely get. Him needing to pick up on the academics, I could give a whole speech on. But this? I guess there's only one thing I can do. Give it a shot. Well, honestly, it's kind of hard to put myself in your shoes, but... Pause, I should get my words right. The way it seems to me, do you really have anything to lose by saying yes? I mean, do you really think he's going to push you into anything you don't want? No, probably not. I don't want to lead him on. That would be a dick move. So don't lead him on. So? He stops to think about it. Although it occurs to me that he's already made up his mind, he probably did a while ago. He just wanted someone else to confirm it for him. So tell him you're interested in him, so long as he doesn't push you into anything. I mean, that's true, right? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, really, it's not that I'm attracted, it's just, who wouldn't be interested in that? I sure wouldn't, but I don't say that. Well, don't just go off my word. It sounds to me that what, you think you should do. I guess so. There's a long silence. There's not really anything more that needs to be said, is there? Just one big pause. So, I should just talk to him. Yeah, okay, you're right. I should just talk to the guy. Tell him... Alright. Thanks, sir. That was helpful, I think. I think I've got a pretty good idea of what I'll say. How it'll go, I have no clue. But, trust me, Nolan, when it comes to these sort of things, I don't think anyone has a clue how it'll go. Yeah, fair enough. Well, thank you, sir. I guess that's all, so I hope it all goes well then. See ya. Yeah, bye, sir. And there he goes. I hope my advice wasn't too terrible, or pushing him. But honestly, I'm pretty sure I just told him what he wanted to hear. That's probably all that he needed. What a strange, strange evening. You know what? I actually don't have to be really anywhere today. So, I'm going to pause the video real quick and grab a drink, and I'll be back, because I'm really enjoying this. Alright, folks, I'm back with a glass of water, and hanging up my microphone there. Okay. The class is staring intently at the handouts I just sent, or at least I sure hope they are. It's hard to tell when they're always staring at their computers. Oh, God, I love water. Water, beer, and... tea? Yeah, that's about all I drink now. Akira Yamazaki is anxious. Remember, the items listed are only suggestions, so long as it's 2,500 words or a 5-minute presentation. You can do whatever you find interesting. Anything? That's at least 2,500 words? Oh, anything that's at least 2,500 words. Okay, let me be perfectly clear. This is grade 11 class, and I'm letting you have fun with this. Don't give me any bullshit. It'll be okay. Fido! Okay. If you think it's cheating, then it probably is, and I'm not going to give you a good grade. If your heart's into it, that's fine, but be smart, not clever. Is that understood? Yes, sir. Okay, hold on just a moment. That's all for today. For homework, you have the reading response, and please think about what you'll do for this assignment. Yee! Of course, the moment the bell rings, everyone but Charlotte stops paying attention. Of course. But I can try. The class starts to file out, but slower than usual. Hey, Akira. Hi there. If you're still interested, I'd like to talk to you about what you said the other day. Wait, here? Of course not. I thought maybe we'd go somewhere more private and eat lunch. Oh, for reals? It's complicated, but yeah, for reals. Awesome! So what do you have in mind? They walk off together. No way. Did he just... those two... That was what I thought it was, right? Let's not start any gossip now. I think they both have enough problems right now without having the whole class talking about them behind their backs. Don't you think? Sorry, you're right, of course. I have no idea what to make of the two of them. Nolan obviously has no idea what he wants, and it's probably just going to be a more complicated relationship than Akira wants. If there's anything between the two of them, it's going to be crazy. There'll be tons of drama, and it's probably going to make things worse for both. Still, I couldn't help but notice that as they walked off together, they both had the biggest smiles I'd ever seen from either. Ay, ay, ay. End of chapter 2. Yeah, you know, I really don't have anything to do today, and, I guess I may as well record. So, I know last time with digital, I kind of cut it short because I had to get to bed. But, I think I'm just going to make this a good long video. Let me just warn you right now, the story is going to end in bloodshed. You'll find that you've become attached to a character only for them to die senselessly, and it's going to hit hard. So, I just want you to be forewarned that there isn't a happy ending here. You should know what you're getting into. There's a lot of value, of course, and I want you to take a good hard look at what emotional impact means, despite the fact that you see it coming. This isn't a story about plot, it's a story about feeling. You definitely need to focus on that, or you're going to feel like it's pointless. Oh boy. So I have a feeling that's him telling the class, that's part of his lecture, but obviously that relates to this story too. Yes, Kendall, you have a question? Is the book like the movie? I figured one of the two class otaku would... I figured one of the two class otaku? What? I don't really know what that means, but I just wasn't sure if it was going to be her or Akira. It annoys me all the same. Battle Royale, the book, is nothing like the movie. Aside from superficially having the same story, you have to understand that this is entirely serious. Gotcha, sir. So let me just give you some context for this tragedy before we start. Your real problem is... It's going to be like my longest YouTube video ever. I'm really excited about this unit. I think this could be the one that finally gets the people who don't normally pay attention into it. Alright. Hey, sorry about last night. No, that was really abrupt. It's just that it was dinner time. My parents couldn't wait any long. Sorry, I didn't mean to be a jerk or whatever. I finally ended up watching the rest of Aniko. You're right, it really is awesome. What a cute couple. And a great ending. Yeah, it really is super badass, but it's kind of got me thinking. I was going to fangirl out about it, but I feel awkward. Hey, so you never did tell me at the time you were in love. Did you want to tell me? It sort of sounded like you did. Ari told me about the party this Friday. Sorry, I don't think I'll be able to go, but thanks for inviting me. I was really curious if she's the only straight person in this whole class. It's kind of disturbing by what she's reading for literature class. I was kind of disturbed by what she's reading for literature class. Oh. Well, yeah, Charlotte, screw you. Sure, it's really long, but it's also incredibly exciting. I've got a good feeling about it. The lunch bell rings and it's down to just Charlotte and Isabella eating lunch in the classroom, ever since Akira has been spending his time with Nolan instead. Hey, sir, do you mind if I eat here too? Wow, I think it's probably the most she's ever said to me. Ever. Yeah, actually I kind of do. It's a long story though. I mean, it's just not the worst thing ever, I guess, but it sucks. No, go right ahead. Thanks, you're a real bro, sir. Thanks, I think. She goes off to join the other two girls in the classroom. Hey, sup, Charlotte? Hi, Kendall. You're both talking again? Bella, there's no need to channel Akira. No problem. It's okay, bro. We were on the phone for like 2 hours anyway. LOL, true enough. Hey, why are we chatting like this when you're sitting right next to me anyway? Raffle. Really, I wouldn't have thought that you'd go on and on about Enrico as your waifu or something for sure. What? I don't know I don't know enough about the content, the terminology being used. Sorry, I just meant I'm glad. Okay, only if you're okay with that. Sorry, I can still give you room if you want. Don't be silly, of course I'm okay with that. Sorry. Knock that off. Come on, this whole thing we've been avoiding each other is silly. Let's just both promise not to do that again. Okay, I promise, Charlotte. Oh my god, don't say that, you're embarrassing me, lol. What? Oh, god. Gotcha. Oh, you still sound like you're trying too hard. Relax, can we just go back to plain old LOL, bro, Kendall? Kendall looks uncomfortable for a moment, but laughs. Okay, sis, I can do that. That's better. It really is good to talk to you with the air clear, Kendall. Yeah. Meanwhile, I can't help but notice that Isabella looks as uncomfortable as I've ever seen her, caught awkwardly in their reconciliation. Catface? Can you actually do that? I'll throw her a line. Hey, Isabella, can you come here for a second? Yes, what is it? Nothing, I just thought it looked like you needed an out from those two making up. Yeah, thanks. It's a bit awkward. I'm happy for them, though. Seems like it's been a long time coming for those two. I've gathered that there's a lot of history. Don't worry worry about that. Come on, I'm your friend. You can tell me. Yeah, it's a long story. That's the impression I got. There's an awkward pause. Anyway, you're welcome to stick around or go back. I just thought you could use the choice. Thanks. No, I don't think I need to be in the middle of that. Staring at her, it occurs to me that maybe it's not just an awkward silence. I think her mind's just somewhere else entirely. Where? I have no idea. Something the matter? Not sure. Maybe. Okay. Well, if there's something. Sure, I understand. It's just that I'm not sure myself right now. I'll let you know. Sure, no pressure. Sorry, no pressure or anything. I just wanted to put that out there. It's okay, I understand. Thanks. Three days later. A few messages. Let's read up on that. It's not that. I mean, I really liked it. It's awesome, and I do love Aniko for reals. It's the fangirl thing in general. I'm not feeling. Feel kind of like the whole thing now. Honestly, feel like weird in general. I kind of like it, actually. Ariana, oh god, no, don't, no. Damn it. A love poem. A love poem. A love poem. What? Kids are weird. Okay, let's try something different today. Today we're going to focus on chapters 60 to 65 in particular. That's the whole lighthouse scene. I put up 3 questions on the board. I'd like for you to break up into groups of 2 or 3 and answer them. Immediately they all start chattering, figuring out who they'll partner with. Has to be with someone you haven't worked with this semester though, if that's possible. Let's mix things up a bit. Bored as hell in class. Fuck you. Okay, in half an hour we'll go over each of your answers. His name was Alan Mason. He was my first boyfriend ever, back when I was 13, and, well, at least if you ask me, we were dating. We spent all our lunch hours together, walked home together every day, and spent our evenings talking endlessly about the silly music we both liked. He was a year younger. He wasn't, I guess, the most mature boy around. All my friends always made fun of him, but I really admired him, you know? I clap my hands and sit back down, letting them all get organized on their own. Give them a few minutes to break apart into their own groups, and then actually get started talking about them. I have no idea how well this is going to go. I sure hope it works. Can you believe it? Nolan snubbed me yet again, so he can just go keep fagging it up with Akira. It's hurtful. What the hell? Has he just totally replaced me, just like that? What a dick. Oh, you haven't been in love since you were 13? And of course it's Taylor who seems to get distracted first. What the fuck? This email thing's kind of odd though, is it like was used in the very beginning and never again. Sorry about the late reply, I got distracted. What do you mean by that? Don't get too upset at him. It wasn't a personal snub. Well, actually, I didn't quite get that far. I've just been going over what happens with her before we start to tackle the questions. Really? Yes, Mr. Oak, sorry, I've just been looking something up myself because I couldn't quite remember the sequence of events. Guess I can't really call either of them on that excuse then, as loath as I am to admit it. Damn it. Alright, carry on then, but try to get the questions quickly. You don't have that much time. Of course. It's not really like that. I mean, there's a couple since, but never any serious. Honestly, it wasn't even really that serious with Alan either. We got together, honestly, mostly because it seemed like it was convenient to, and we broke up in the same way. If you ask him now, he'll even deny that we ever dated. I guess that's okay with me. It's not like it was ever a really big deal or anything. Every so often I see him and I just feel awful. Why is that? Oh, what? A love poem! Ahem. Sup, sir? She doesn't even look up. Isabella does briefly, but says nothing. Oh, God. Every time we meet... You need a TLDR version. Every time we meet, it's always the same. He says we should see each other more than only every half a year, accidentally, or something like that, and we agree that we should meet up again soon and talk and catch up. And deep in my heart, I hope that it leads to something more, that maybe now that we're both older and wiser, we could have a real relationship. I'd love nothing more than that. I secretly dream of all the dates we could have that he would be proud to tell his friends about. We never do, of course. We never even end up meeting that once to catch up. I saw him at a concert just the other month, and while all those possibilities flashed in my mind, I approached him, and we ended up going home together, just like the old times, and we agreed we should meet up again soon to do something. But we didn't, of course. We never do. It just doesn't stop me from imagining it, but I realize, in all those fantasies of love, I don't know him at all. I don't think it's even him that matters, really. He just happens to fill the role. I'm in love with the idea of Alan Mason, and nothing more. Oh my god, you're embarrassing me. You're supposed to be discussing the questions, Kendall. Are you both really done already? Oh, well, not much to discuss, sir. We're done. Really? Isabella says nothing but nods. That's so sad. It's really tragic that it never works out with you two. What are you going to do about it? Not impressed here, and I don't believe for a second that they talked about it. I doubt they even read the chapter. Should I try to trip them up? If you're prepared to answer them already, then let's take the first. How would you say that Takami uses grotesque death imagery as a form of emphasis in the lighthouse scene? Then you implying that he does. The whole point of the scene is that the grotesque imagery ain't there. It's unemphasized because it doesn't exist, and that's totes shocking. Like, realistically, the scene should be this bloody horror. If you think about it, it doesn't make any sense to have so many shooting deaths without any gore, but instead, all the protagonist notices the death, not the crazy visceral stuff. The most important gore is the protagonist bleeding, but he's alive. It's not the death that's grotesque, the death is just there. It's his blood that indicates he's alive, that grotesque, and he strains himself. Too long, didn't read. Yeah, she gave me a TLDR. It uses grotesque life imagery, not death. You're asking the wrong questions. Well, she's certainly a smartass. I'm not impressed by the way she's blowing me off entirely, but I can't say that she doesn't understand the material. It's obnoxious, but I can't scold her. It'd make me look like a jackass. I'm going to have to hand her this one. Okay, that's a really interesting perspective. Good work. LOL. Okay. Moving on. Normally that's a thing to do after watching something awesome. Downloading the OSTS original soundtracks? Making wallpapers, talking about the foreshadowing at the start, all that shit. And I mean, I do like the music, and there are probably some great wallpapers, but it just feels like, you know, that feeling, that really big empty one you get at the end of a show or a book you really like? Oh. Yeah, Firefly. I mean, eventually you either find something else to fill that gap, or you turn into one of those single-minded fangirls, right? Isn't that kind of ridiculous? You know what the feeling reminds me of? It's fucking love. You fall in love for 12 episodes, then your heart gets broken, and then you listen to the soundtrack on repeat all day, so it doesn't feel like it's over. Isn't that kind of bullshit? Man, I don't even know. It's just kind of fucked up. Kill myself, probably. It'd be less dramatic and less stupid. What? Oh, he is actually making that face right now. It's hilarious. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised. It sounds like Taylor actually managed to express an informed opinion for once, even if it was with the help of Charlotte. Maybe there's hope for her yet. When the lunch bell rings, it seems far too quick, and of course, even though I was mid-sentence, everyone immediately packs up their things. This is about Charlotte, isn't it? Do you want to talk about it? That's awful. Don't even joke about that. Excuse me, Mr. Rook. Yes, how can I help you? Something I'd like to talk to you about. Of course, any time. Is this what was up earlier, or would you rather talk about it somewhere more privately? It is. Not right now, though. How about after school? Certainly. Do you know where my office is? Yes, room 12, right? I've been there several times. Okay, great. I'll see you there, then. Yeah, it's about Charlotte. I'm honestly not really sorry. I'm just kind of rambling. I'll let you know if I'm ever ready to talk about it. Thanks. Awkward. Wonder what's up with her. I hope this time it's actually something I can help with. I'm not sure about her. She's always so quiet. It worries me. Kendall, do you know where Akira is? off having sexy shenanigan with Nolan, probably. Kendall? I hope so anyway. Bro deserves it. It's not very helpful. Sorry, for serious, I think they've been eating lunch together up on the roof. I checked there first, sis. Anytime you do, bro, just let me know. Thanks. Is it just me, or does she seem even more aloof than usual? Maybe you should go easy on her. I think she has a lot going on right now. Yeah, I'm just worried. More silence. Realizing I'm just making a weird situation worse, I shrug and go get my lunch, leaving the pair of them alone. Truthfully, I don't think it helps. There's still an unspoken tension in the air. Kendall and Charlotte are chatting, but barely. I don't think it's because of me. I think there's just something else going on here. Oh well. That's it for the day. Well, as far as classes go, anyway. Right. Goodbye, everyone. Sorry I couldn't stay, but... Well, it's for the... Whoa, what? Outside, I can hear rather a set of voices shouting, rather loudly in unison. Cheerleaders, I suppose. Isabella's probably on her way to my office. But before I go, I should take a break to see if there's any news on the 12 channel. Goodbye, Lily-chan. I know, right? I can't believe she had to die like that. She was so awesome. I actually kind of thought her death was a little drawn out, don't you think? What? Don't get me wrong, it was awesome in general. I love Lily-chan so much. I would go head her over her, no lie. And it's great in the finale. I just thought her death went on for way longer than it should have. Thought Lily should have died sooner. I don't know what... I just think it would have been better if she'd said nothing. It really took me out of it. It went on for too long. Real death doesn't last for 5 minutes. True story, but it was supposed to be super dramatic. Right, I don't think dragging out... right. How would you do it then? That's hard. How about a sudden ending? I guess I got here first? I don't think so. Well, I can wait. I sit down and wait, tapping my hand on the desk impatiently. Look over my lesson plan for tomorrow, but unlike every other time, I can't see anything worth adjusting. I wonder where she could be. She doesn't really seem to be the sort of person to blow off an appointment like that. I hope everything's okay with her. All the worst possibilities of what it could be raced through my head. Maybe she got hurt. Maybe something happened. Maybe she couldn't bring herself to talk about it. Or maybe she... I'm being ridiculous. I just have an overactive imagination is all. I'm sure she's fine. Something probably just came up and delayed her. Maybe she just got lost. No, that can't be it. She knows where the room this is. Look for her. Maybe something's wrong. I should go look for her. Looking around every corner, no sign of her. I stop by every classroom of hers. The school's practically deserted by this time of evening. There's no sign of her. Where could she possibly be? Do another walk of the school, checking every single classroom I pass. Absolutely no sign of her at all. What happened? I hope she's okay. I'm really worried. What could be wrong? The next morning. Once the bell rings, I do attendance as always, but I can tell immediately who the absence is. Isabella. Has anyone heard from Isabella at all? Anyone? It's really in a great place emotionally. Sorry. The class is silent. Does anyone know how to get a hold of her then? It's called out to everyone, bro. Alright. I move on. There not really being anything else I can do, but the whole thing gives me a sinking feeling. Next week. A week later and I still haven't seen Isabella at all, and the school still has no way of getting a hold of her at all. Hey, did you hear about Bella? There's news? Yeah, she killed herself right after the last we saw her, apparently. Holy shit. Oh my god, really? I mean, I knew she was depressed, but... Oh my god, that's awful. I didn't know her well, but damn. I can't believe she's gone. Rip, sis. Our friendship much have had rough spots, but it really sucks that you're gone. Rest in peace, Bella. Why did you have to leave us? Goodbye, Bella. I'm sorry you had to go that way. Goodbye, everyone. Sorry I couldn't stay, but it's for the better. It's hard not to assume the worst. but there's nothing I can do about it other than feel terrible about it. Maybe I should have insisted or gone looking for her that evening. I did go looking for her! What could have possibly happened to her? Still, there's nothing I can do. Class still goes on without her. What do you think about the ending, Kendall? I'd really like to hear your thoughts. Oh, well, I thought it was good. It ends on an effective note that makes a strong impression. Plus, the repetition of the body count works well for it. Do you think that worked in the other parts of the novel, too? For reals. It helped keep things structured. Good point. Any other thoughts, or anyone else? She sits down without any further word. Hey, do you want to see a movie this Saturday or something? No big deal or anything, I'm just wondering. So, is it my turn to host the party this weekend? Charlotte raises her hand, and I pause before calling on her. You know, the worst thing about it all is, I find myself thinking, even though Isabella's gone, it's hard to even notice the difference. Doesn't feel like the dynamic of anything has changed with her gone. Oh, yeah, I'd love to go talk. Well, let's talk about it at lunch. How utterly horrible is that? End of chapter 3. We have to start the next unit in 2 days, the Shakespearean class for this year. I'm looking forward to it even less than I normally would. It's really last minute, but I threw out the whole lesson plan I had just prepared. I'm supposed to be teaching Romeo and Juliet, but somehow I didn't really think the class was really going to be up for studying a play that ends in suicide. Struggled together to put an entire lesson plan for something a little more light-hearted than that. That's not the end! Give me a sec. Alright, you probably didn't even notice a blip there or anything like that, but I had to answer a message quick. I'd like you to note that the syllabus has been updated. We're going to be doing Twelfth Night next, not Romeo and Juliet. Your libraries all have a copy of it already, but your homework for tonight is to not read the script. Don't read it at all, don't even look at it. We're going to be watching the 22 movie version in class tomorrow because theater is meant to be seen. Then we'll look at the script. That's all. Strange, I normally get cut off by the lunch bell ringing. I guess I must be getting better at my timing. Approves of this homework. Oh. Could I please have oh. That's the email there. I'm sorry, but I don't have any current way of getting a hold of that student's parents. The phone number listed on file is marked as being out of date. We're unable to update the records form. That student's tuition is not in good standing. Shouldn't spend any more time worrying about it. It isn't worth the effort. Wait, why aren't we doing Romeo and Juliet? Is it because of Isabella? Holy shit. Yeah. Strange, I normally, right. Alright, you can all go out for lunch in a couple of minutes early. There's a loud clamor as everyone leaves the classroom at once. Same as always, there are students staying behind. Lately, it's been less than before. Hey sis, I can't stick around today. Miss Mighton wants to see me, like, now for some stupid reason. I'll see you later, okay? Of course, it's not a problem. Good luck with her. Yeah, I'll need it. Laters. I guess it's just us, then. Yeah. Take out my own lunch and start to eat quietly. Charlotte does the same. An awkward silence hangs in the air, though. So. No, I'd like to apologize for treating you so poorly earlier. It's just that things have been really rough for me, and I took that out on you. Sorry. I was a jerk, and I really wanted to be on good terms with you again. Can we talk about it, please? I really want to put this behind us and be friends again. Yes? She wants to say something, but she can't bring herself to. Okay, not right now, though. I'm with Akira. We can talk later. So, how is the 12th Night? Is it good? I guess it depends on whether or not you like Shakespeare. Yeah, kind of. He's not as bad as everyone says, anyway. Well, then you'll probably find it very funny. Oh, that's good. More silence. That's obviously not what she really wanted to ask. Of course, you should put him over me. That's alright. I'm really glad you're happy with him, by the way. I was so worried because I know you're not gay, but I'm glad you're able to make him happy in spite of that. Can't be easy. That's very brave of you. Why don't we get together Monday at lunch? There are some things I need to say. I think it needs to be said in person. I can't take this anymore. I'm just going to have to ask her. Is there something wrong, Charlotte? No, not at all. I'm fine. Give her a look. It's just, this is a weird question, Mr. Rook, but do you think she was telling the truth? Who? Oh, Kendall. She said she was going to talk to a teacher, but do you think maybe she was lying so she could avoid me? Oh my god. I'm taken aback by the question. I don't think so, of course, but why would she think that? Why do you ask? Does she seem like she would do that? I don't know, but even now that we're talking again, she always seems so reluctant to actually really talk with me. never really say anything of value, and it always feels like she's uncomfortable being with me. And it's not like she's talking to me on Amy either. I guess that's true, now that she mentions it, although I don't think her understanding is quite right. Well, as much as anyone can understand Kendall. Oops. I don't think she actually can stand me anymore. I feel like I should have just talked to her and tell her that she doesn't have to make excuses. Would you really do that? No, because I'm selfish. Selfish? She stops, as if only now she's realized what she'd been saying. As if only now she realized how emotionally vulnerable she clearly is. Promise not to repeat a word of this, Mr. Rook? Of course not. But she still has trouble coming up with the words. Were you aware that we used to be a couple? We only broke up a few weeks ago. Well, I have to stop myself from saying of course. I have to give it a moment's thought. I knew it, of course, but how did I know it? Did I read about it on Amy Connect, or did someone also mention it in front of me? Say I didn't know. It's not worth taking the chance. No, I didn't know, but it explains a lot. Yeah. Have you ever had a perfect thing, Mr. Rook, and ruined it? Man, what a question. More than once, actually. I'd love to say it gets easier, but it doesn't. No, I'd imagine not. Still, I miss everything about the way we work. Kendall is just so perfect. Are you still in love with her? I don't know. How can you tell when you're in love? Is it just like all the songs or all the movies? If it's not like that, does it mean I'm not in love? Tough questions. Yeah, tell me about it. All I know is that I can't bring myself to give up on her, even though she's clearly not interested in me anymore. Maybe that's how you know it's love, because it makes me act awful. I stare at her, giving it a long, thoughtful pause. She's wrong, of course. She seems unusually dense, too. I can tell that Kendall wouldn't be friendly just for the sake of appearances. I think anyone could tell that. What she sees in her, I have no idea, and I don't want to play either matchmaker or cheerleader for teenaged girls. But I don't get how she could be so wrong. Why not just ask if she wants to get back together? She seemed stunned at the proposition. I don't think you understand, Mr. Rook. I was the one who broke up with her. If anyone has to make the move, it's her. It's out of my hands. Well, what's the harm in trying? What's the worst that could happen? I could lose her. I could cause her to just finally stop even trying to put up with me at all. I can't. She takes a long, deep sigh, trying hardest to calm herself back down. I feel bad for getting her so worked up. I guess that wasn't the right approach for her at all. Damn it. I don't want to lose her. Well, I pause again, considering my approach. You said you weren't sure what love feels like, right? That's right. Well, in my experience, it means you know it's worth the risk. Love means you'll try anyway, even if you know for absolute certain you'll get shot down, because you have to. In all my experience, that's what it seems that love is really about. So I think that's what it comes down to. Are you still in love with her? She's silent, and I can't tell if she's contemplating the question or just thinks I'm crazy. It's probably a little of both. She looks down, and there's a long silence. Neither says a word, and I don't know what to say. After what feels like the longest time without saying anything, at long last, Kendall returns. Sorry, bro, am I interrupting anything? Oh god, I have a phone call. 1 second, folks. And while it probably only seemed like a short bit of a stop for you, I actually got a ton done in that little pause. Friggin'. Oh god. No. Sorry. I cleaned up a major issue that I had with the IRS. Sorry, as I clean up my spillage here. I owed the IRS $10,000 because of that first-time homebuyer tax credit. They said that this wasn't the first house that I bought. So I had to go in and get tons of proof that it was in fact the first house that I bought. So everything is fine. It looks like it was just a miscommunication in paperwork. But regardless, let's get back to the game. I had taken care of that during the pause. That's what the phone call was. Yada yada, my accountant. Sorry, bro. Am I interrupting or anything? Charlotte takes a moment to calm down. No, not at all. We were just talking about the play we're going to study. Aw, balls. Already? For reals? Afraid so. It's time to get to class. Yeah, obvo. And Charlotte starts packing up too. Hey, Charlotte? Yes, Mr. Rook? Then I try to think of what to tell her. Tell her to just trust me, that Kendall's interested. Wish her good luck. Good luck, Charlotte. Thanks, Mr. Rook. She turns and walks off to join Kendall. I lean back, staring at what's left on my lunch. Half of it still left sitting on my desk. What an intense conversation. I never thought about Charlotte that way before. She's always just been the smart, focused one. I can only wonder how things will work out, but I sure hope it's well. that evening. I still have my work cut out for me, thanks to my sudden last-minute major lesson change. I'm definitely starting to regret this. I don't have nearly enough prepared. I wonder what my own high school teachers would have done. I know the answer. Wasted several entire days by getting the class to read the entire play out loud. I've determined not to do that. I'm not going to be that kind of lazy prick. Nobody learns anything that way. They just get more confused. Wow, he's really taking it seriously, isn't he? Yeah, wow, for reals. Someone died. You're not taking that seriously? Damn my standards. Wonder how many chapters this is. The next day. And the rain. It raineth. At least this time I brought my umbrella with me. I'm not going to make that mistake twice. The first to arrive is... Oh, that's surprising. Hi, Ariana. You're not usually here this early. Yeah, I guess not. Actually, I came here to talk to you. Oh, well, how can I help you? She approaches closely, and I can't help but think of her prior advances. I'm alone, Mr. Rook. Completely alone. With Isabella gone, I'm in such a bad place right now, I can't stand it. They were best friends, weren't they? This must be hitting her really badly. I can't imagine what that would be like. Last night I found myself thinking, I don't have any homework, so would it be a great night for hanging out with Isabella, just watching TV or something? But no, I can't, because she's gone. I really need someone to be here for me. Is that so wrong, Mr. Rook? Are you saying I don't deserve it? Ariana, I'm your teacher. Let me preempt you there by saying it's important we keep a professional relationship. I don't care. I don't need another teacher. I don't need a professional relationship. I need a friend. Do you not know how that feels? You don't have to do anything like that. I just want a hug, Mr. Rook, and someone to tell me that things will be okay, that I'll be fine without her. Is that too much for ask for? Is that really more than I deserve? Is that really more than I deserve, she asks me. That's harsh. God damn. What are you choosing? It's like, you know what? You're not doing it. I don't find that inappropriate of giving a kid who's going through a hard time a hug. But does it send the wrong signal? It's not too much. Am I being too harsh with her? I guess she has been through a hell of a lot. I mean, she did just lose her best friend. Poor kid. Maybe she's right. No, it's not too much. Sorry. I give her a hug, entirely platonically, and hold her gently, hoping it's at least some small comfort. She squeezes back tightly. So tight that I can feel her chest swelling against me. I look down, and she has that same sad look on her face. Thank you. Gradually, I let go of her, and she smiles a bit. Sorry, it's not much of a consolation. Then suddenly, she goes up on her toes and plants the briefest of kiss on my lips. I'm left utterly speechless. No, but thank you anyway, Mr. Rook. It's just a nice reminder that I'm not completely alone out there. Ariana, sorry, I won't bother you like that again. It's just, a girl can dream, can't she? Oh boy. She goes to sit down, and so do I. Shouldn't have been surprised that she'd try something like that, but I feel like, well, hell, I don't know how I feel. All I know is that I try not to make any eye contact with her. Maybe not ever, if I can help it. All I can do is sit at my desk, quietly, and wait for everyone to come. Good morning, Mr. Rook. Hi, Charlotte. You'll be happy to hear that this time I did actually remember my umbrella. Haha, good work. Really isn't very pleasant weather, though. I'm glad all we're doing today is watching a movie. Weather like this really wears down on your spirits, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's it exactly. Behind her, the rest of the class slowly starts to trudge in. Apparently nobody else is enthused by the weather either. Hey, Mr. Rook, is it possible that I could speak to you after class? You've got to help me out, Taylor. When it comes to men, I'm the world's biggest pussy. I'd ask Isabella for help, but, well, it just sucks. No matter what I do, the guy I like just keeps turning down my advances. And I keep backing away meekly. You make it look so easy. How do you pull it off? Oh, goddamn. Hey, miss... Today? Oh, sorry if that's bad, then don't... No, it's fine. I'm not in any hurry to go out in the rain again. I was just checking. Is this about what we were talking about yesterday? No. it's not. It's about school. Really, I just had some questions about, LOL, you're kidding, right? I'm trying to get back my boyfriend through the most desperate acts possible from some pretty boy fag, and you think I'm pulling anything off? I'm not exactly doing any better. You could just try being a little more forceful, maybe, because I know you can be shy, and not all guys go for that. I don't know. Clearly I'm totally useless here. I know it's a shame that the guy you like won't return your affections, but unlike me, at least you don't have to think about how he'd rather have some fruity boy suck his dick instead of me. Can always get worse. It's not at all about his cock. Jeez, I just want to be with him. He's smart, he's attractive, and he only really seems to turn me down out of a sense of responsibility, which is so amazing. He's a perfect gentleman. I don't know, maybe being forceful is the way to get around that. I'm just not very good at it. It's okay, Charlotte. Don't worry about it. We can talk about it after school. Not a problem. Meet me in the office. Okay, thanks. Of course it's going to be about what we talked about yesterday. Who's she kidding? $3.55. Is this 10-chan? Well, as far as class, it's still pouring rain out. It's not surprising for this time of year, but still a dreary way to end the day to be sure. Charlotte's probably already on her way to my office. Before I go, I should take a break to see if there's any 12-channel posts. Let's see here. What, you're saying you don't want to suck his cock? Are you not talking about the guy I think you are? Yes, I am talking about the guy you're thinking of, and of course I want to suck his cock. Don't be ridiculous. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's just, that's not the important thing that I want. I want love. I want a good friend, and I want to be held. I want someone to understand, and yes, I want his dick too. But I could live without that, so long as he just acknowledged my affections. I know you understand how much it sucks to be ignored. Anyway, I'm sorry for bothering you. It's fine. Misery loves company. At least you understand how awful it is for me to watch those two. There, they go at it again. I think you're cute. OMG. Oh, jeez. Oh, right. 12-chan. I'm sick of people here talking about 3D girls like they're anything but absolutely worthless. 2D girls are never ugly. 2D girls won't break up with you because they're PMSing. 2D girls don't... Oh, God. Yes, we definitely care about your lame-ass copy pasta. I'm really glad you saved this and posted it again, because it's the first time we've ever seen that, and it's not like it's some pathetic virgin fag bullshit that's really shows your inability to be a proper functioning human being or anything. LOL, cool story, bro. Ah, shit, now that is a real man. Who's that in the reaction image? Oh, what? That's Humphrey motherfucking Bogart, son. He was one badass motherfucker, and unlike this pussy OP, he did romantic comedies and didn't afraid of anything. Stupid misogynistic bullshit. LOL, cool story, bro. Oh shit, now that is real. Oh, yo, shit, no, I'm sorry. This thread is now about Humphrey Bogart's manly glare. Fuck romantic comedies. I'm a lesbian. Nobody makes them for me. What's the goddamn point? So am I. God, you don't have to want to fuck the guy just to enjoy a cute story. You're gonna deny the hotness of Audrey Hepburn just to make some big dyke statement. For reals? Fag here, and I'm not going to deny the hotness of Audrey Hepburn either. See, he knows the score. LOL. Oh, jeez. True life, the silly escapism. Yeah. There's always a formula. That's how it is. So what you're saying is that they're the movie version of copy pasta. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, shit, hello, 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 hello. Well, that's enough dawdling for me. Time to go. Hi, Mr. Rook. Hi, Charlotte. Why don't you have a seat and we'll talk about what you were having trouble with. She sits down. Thanks. I wanted to talk to you about that big creative assignment since it's due in only a few weeks now. That's what she says, but even for a keener like... Oh, why did it skip there? I didn't touch anything. Really, Charlotte? There's no need to be shy about it. I know it's about Kendall. What makes you say... Yes, okay, it is. Of course it is. It's just, I know you said you thought I should try approaching her, but I keep worrying if I'm not better off just being friends anyway. There was always a lot of tension, you know? I know what that's like. Was it worth it? Maybe, I don't know. I understand the last time we were together, my academics did sort of suffer. I actually failed an exam last year. You? Really? Sorry, I don't want to be mean. It's just shocking. That's why I worry. My parents were not thrilled about that, and she was always pressuring me into, well, you know how she is, right? She always wanted me to be more carefree like her, and I do really like that about her, but... She trails off, and I'm not sure what she was even going to say. But what? I don't know. I mean, it's fun, but she definitely brings out someone else in me. Is that a bad thing? There's a very long pause. Charlotte appears lost in thought, apparently unsure herself. She always said she liked me better when I did, and she's a person I do very much respect the opinion of. That's the best answer I can give you. What do you think that means? I don't know. Love is complicated, isn't it? Yeah, tell me about it. There's another long silence, and neither of us really having anything to add to that. It's not awkward, it's just... what is there to say? The worry doesn't leave her face, and I can tell she's not happy that there aren't any answers. But I mean, what the hell do I know about high school lesbian drama? I don't even get normal women at all. This is just past me. If she were having boy troubles, I could offer something from experience at least. What the fuck experience do I have with someone like Kendall? But there has to be something I can say. I can't just let her go without helping. That'd be just mean. To get her worked up about it, then be completely useless. I'm not going to lie, Charlotte. I don't really understand your situation at all. Your relationship with her, it's completely out of my experience. Oh. All I can say is... I think you'll be better off with her. But if you truly do still respect her opinion so much, if you do really love her and like how she makes you act, then, well, maybe you should try asking yourself what she would encourage you to do. She sits there thinking about it with a blank expression on her face, evaluating what I've just said. I hope it's not crazy. I really hope that was reasonable. I suppose that's the question, isn't it? I think I do, but... Another long pause. Even if I'm sometimes uncomfortable with her, it's always been worth it in the end. Always. She just makes everything better. Even me. What do you think you'll do then? Oh, I'm still scared to act. I don't want to to her and try to get back together when I was the one who screwed things up. Then what can I say? I mean, I know what Kendall really wants, but I can't explain why I know that. What should I say? She'd want you to. Trust me, Charlotte. She would definitely want you to take action. That much I know for sure. Another long pause. You're right, of course. I'm being silly. Really, of course she would. That much has always been clear about her. She'd want me to be bold. She'd want me to let my hair down and ask her, even if I was terrified. And I am, but... I have no idea how I'm going to bring myself to doing this, but you're absolutely right. That's what I should do. I should be bold and just ask her. I'll do it right now. Wow! Okay. It's what she wants me to do, and I think that's right. Thank you for your help, Mr. Rook. I really appreciate that. I don't think I would have made the right decision without your help, but it's so obvious. Thank you. Well, good luck, Charlotte. Thank you, Mr. Rook. As I watch her leave, I can only wonder one thing. Did I do the right thing? I think I did. I hope I did. The next morning. Thankfully, the weather is much nicer this morning. The sun is shining, the air is crisp, and it's hard to feel too terrible, which is good because I've got my work cut out for me with this lecture for today. Let's take a look. Oh, you will not believe what happened. Charlotte just came by in the pouring rain and fucking true story, bro. She shouted at me in the window saying she still loved me. OMG asked me to forgive her, standing in the rain. It was literally the most romantic thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm still in shock. OMG, she's so amazing. I can't believe it. You're making that up. No way. LOL, I'm not. This is totally for reals. It was the most amazing thing. I'm so in love with her. So in love. OMG. Still can't believe what happened. Congratulations, bro. That's awesome. I know. Hey, are you home right now? If so, can I ask you a favor? Yeah, of course. What is it? Could you open your bedroom window, please? Okay, why? OMG, just FYI, I'm so madly in love with you. You are the coolest girl in the world. I do not serve you. I L you so much. Love, love, love. Has updated her relationship status. Oops. Has updated her relationship status. Aww. Mr. Rook, sup? I've never seen Kendall so excited in my life, although I'm sure I can guess why. Charlotte told me all about how you encouraged her last evening. I just need to say, sir, you are a true bro. For reals, you are the broest of bros, sir. You know, I've heard that about myself. TY so damn much. Well, I just helped her figure out her feelings, that's all. Congrats, bro. LOL, well, TY all the same, you're a true bro, Mr. Rook. Kendall. Yeah, congratulations. You two made a great couple. You two get back together. It's about time. Hey, Charlotte. Oh, that was the strangest thing I've ever been told, but I'm glad they both seemed happy. Oh my god, how many chapters is this? Of course, the whole subplot seems funny at the time. Sure, it's all at his expense, and really pretty cruel, but we laugh anyway. But tell me, what do you think of the ending? Is it funny at all? Do you think it's the main characters who get the last laugh? Or is it something more uncomfortable about it? Anyone can answer. What do you think? Just whatever your first impression was. Come on, anyone. Who do you think gets the last laugh? Desu on 2 legs. Holy God! It's just been one of those days. Hey, I'd really like to make up with you. I've been a real jerk lately and I want to apologize. Can we talk about what happened, please? I know it's my fault. I'm willing to admit that. I'd just like to still be your friend if that's possible. Can we talk about it? Wait, you actually like that movie? I thought it was just weird. It was funny. Instead of actually reading the play, we just watched a Shakespeare movie. Best class ever. Viola could be a gentleman, sure. But could she be a prince? Didn't think so. You could be my prince. Uji-sama? No, only hers. Sorry, bro. LOL. I'm heartbroken. Cross-dressing. LOL. Cesario. Too cute. Wait, but he's actually a girl. Man, whatevs. It's not hetero if he's a reverse trap. What? I'll explain later. He's not really your type, is he? Not enough dick, I would have thought. Stay classy, Taylor. Easy, bro. She's right. There's no such thing. Stop it. LOL. What the fuck? Oh, anything? Oh. Everyone was silent every single time I had a question for the class. Not even Charlotte had my back. Halfway through the lecture, all my notes said were improvise about Toby and Marissa's relationship. For 10 minutes? Why would I do that to myself? It was not my finest hour. I feel ridiculous and humiliated and exhausted as I leave at the end of the day. Thanks for... okay, sure, I'd like that. What do you want to talk about? It's beautiful out, at least, so I decided to take the long way home as a consolation to myself. A small consolation, though. All I can think about is how shitty the entire school day was. What I did mostly, I'd really rather talk to you about it in person. It's one of those things that needs to be said. Can we meet up at lunch on Monday, or are you too busy with Akira? Can't say I really understand what that literature lecture was all about. I can't help but wonder if I'm just not cut out for this job. I can never get my students to engage with the work. I don't know if I'm actually teaching anything. Nah, he'll understand. Monday's good. Most ridiculous of all, I spend more time dealing with student drama than the curriculum. I think maybe it's just about time to conclude that my life is going to suck no matter what I do with it. If not even the great Charlotte can understand it, what hope did the rest of us have? I don't really mean that. I'm not about to get depressed about it. I'm way too old for that. I just sure wish I could reach my students is all. It's killing me. Great. It's a date then? LOL. Yeah. That's all that's on my mind as I walk home. I'm so distracted, it's not for a while that I notice the sound of footsteps. It's otherwise a perfectly quiet evening, save for the footsteps falling behind me. It's almost a little eerie. After a few minutes, I finally yield to my curiosity. I turn my head over my shoulder to see who's there. Who are you? Strange. Utterly strange. Both the outfit, and because these side streets are always empty. And she must have been following for a good 5 minutes now. Just keep walking. Why? Why didn't you stop her? Why? Why? She talking to me? I keep walking. Her spirit isn't at rest. Why did you let her die? That strikes a nerve. Confused and baffled, I turn to face her. What? You talking to me? She says nothing but nods. Leave me alone, please. I don't know what on earth you're talking about. I turn back and keep walking, but then she responds, and I can't help but shiver. Isabella. Shocked to hear her name, I turn around, intent on confronting the strange, creepy woman, but she's nowhere to be seen. Just completely and utterly vanished. What? I don't know what the hell to think, as I hurriedly walk back home, but none of it is good. I find myself unsettled by the whole thing to absolutely no end. I end up dwelling on it all weekend. 11:50 a.m. Monday. It's really important that if you haven't started to think about what you're going to do for the big creative project, you think about it now. Messages. Hey bro, two things. What time did you say we were going to meet tomorrow? Just want to be sure. Don't want to stand around awkwardly for like an hour again. Do you mind if we spend lunch on Monday, Tuesday, with Taylor? Sounds like she wants to apologize for being such a bitch. Would be nice. No, not a problem at all. It's all totes okay. Really hope that it turns out for you, given what you've told me about her. And LOL, yeah. Let's not repeat the last date. Okay, thanks. They're due in 2 weeks, so if you don't at least figure out what you're doing, you need to figure it out immediately. You could talk to me after class if need be. There's no homework for tonight other than studying for the test tomorrow. I finished early again. Before I thought it was because I was planning better. Now I just wonder if my classes aren't just getting shorter and shorter. That's bad. Alright, well, that's it. I guess we're running a bit early, so I'm going to let you go now, but please take your time going to the cafeteria, alright? No need to rush. That's all. They all slowly start to leave. Then I realize, no, only 2 have actually left. Everyone else is just milling about, kind of aimlessly. What? You're all welcome to stick around in the classroom to eat if you want. Thanks. Sup, Akira? Why aren't you with your boyfriend? I'm about to speak, but then I realize there's nothing I can say with honesty. I know exactly why he's not with Nolan, but I can hardly say that, can I? Yeah, I thought you were going to be spending lunches with Nolan. Well, he's apparently working things out with Taylor, privately. No big deal. It's good they're making up. Oh, shit. Kendall? I'm sure it's fine. Better she stops raging so hard over getting dumped, bro. Yeah, 'cause Taylor is totes the type for forgiving. Let me tell you, bro, I would not trust my girlfriend anywhere near her if I didn't want some sort of drama clusterfuck. Kendall! I'm sorry, you guys. She's not very cute when she's being inexplicably hostile towards friends. LOL, friends. Come on, knock it off, really. It really is not endearing. Sorry. Come on, let's keep it civil here. It's not a big deal. People talk to their exes all the time. It's not something worth getting worked up over. Everyone turns awkwardly quiet, as I hope they realize I'm right. Aren't you going to say something? The conversation never returns, though. Kendall and Akira just turn to occasionally saying something quietly to the other, Charlotte frequently looking like she might have something to say, but then never actually does. To Mr. Rook, you asshat. Ariana sits on her own, her attention altering between her computer and stealing glances at me. I don't think she realizes I notice, so I pretend I don't. Oh, right. Everyone seems to be more paying attention to their computers than to each other in general. It's the most awkward sight I've ever seen from an ordinarily very social group. But before I continue, I really should check those messages. The indicator blinking what? Let me figure out exactly how to say it. There we go, I should be caught up enough now. Not for lack of trying, I guess. I eat my lunch patiently, waiting, wondering if Akira is actually going to follow through with his plans to strike up a conversation. Mercifully, he eventually does. Hey sir, I was wondering, have you ever read a novel called Digital Shinigami? It seems like it'd be up your alley. No, I don't think so. Who's it by? Eriko Yamakazaki. Don't know if you've heard of her. Nope. Huh, any relationship? Is she some distant cousin of yours? No, my grandmother, actually, but she was really a big sci-fi writer in, like, the 1980s, and actually is kind of cool. Wow, I never knew that. That's really cool. For reals, bro. Also, it's a lot like some of the stuff we were reading earlier this year. You don't say. I'll have to keep my eye out for it, then. What's it about? Well, do you know what a Shinigami is normally? I don't believe so, no. Hello, here's where Akira turns into the biggest weeaboo ever. I have absolutely no idea what she just said, but Akira gives her the dirtiest look. WTF, weeaboo? I'm actually Japanese. You mad, Kendall? Oh. Is amazed by just how completely incomprehensible conversations between Kendall and Akira turn out. Remind me again where you were born? Oh my god, STFU, we were having a conversation. Anyway, Kendall just smirks to herself, clearly having gotten in a very clever insult. If only I knew what the hell it was. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it's not just me. Oh man, what was I talking about? Shinigami. Oh, right. Anyways, there's some sort of death spirit. Sometimes they just carry your soul to the afterlife, or if you die with regrets, they might try to move them right. Or put them right before they can move on. You know, stuff like that. They're not usually supposed to be that big on the haunting thing, but it happens. Huh, interesting. So it's kind of like the Grim Reaper. Sorta. Except you're more likely to get a cute girl in a yukata than a skeleton in a rope. Also, nobody actually believes in the Grim Reaper. Huh? Anyway, the book's about a sort of futuristic take on that. You know, modern death spirits now have to cope with technology, that sort of thing. It's totes rad. Oh, Dead Like Me. American show, I think, right? Very good. I enjoyed it. The movie sucked horribly, but the show was good. It keeps going on, but I get caught up on his original explanation. It sounded just a little bit too familiar. I'll have to look that up then. It sounds interesting. I make the motions of continuing conversation with him, but my mind is completely elsewhere. Tuesday night. Holy God, I've almost been recording for 2 hours. Oh, jeez. There's nothing more in life that I hate more than marking tests, even when it's not that many at once. It's just an absolutely excruciating experience. I'm just talking to Nolan, as I'm sure you know. I hope you don't think I'm being too rude here, since it's clearly none of my business, to Akira, but there were some things about our conversation that jumped out at me, and I really wanted to be happy. It seemed like there were some things that he just wasn't quite sure how to bring up with you. I'm sorry that's not too presumptuous of me, is it? I know I haven't been the nicest person to you, I'm sorry. It really is just jealousy, and I'd like to apologize for that. What? Wish me luck. I'm going to try talking to Akira. Maybe I can get him to listen to reason. Good luck. Man, he's my boyfriend, and even still, I only get like every other word out of his mouth. So everything's cool then? Oh my God. The literacy level isn't as bad as some people like to exaggerate it to be. Kay, it's fine, bro. I know you don't really have it in for me. I actually really did want to know what you two were talking about. I know things between you two are not so great. Yeah, everything is cool. What more is there to say? I was actually really curious myself. What was the name of the book you were telling Mr. Rook about the other day? But somehow that doesn't help when you're evaluating answers like, the lady's problems were that marriage was necessary and Cesario's cross-dressing identity mistaken. Digital Shinami by... yeah. Thank you, Taylor. I'm pretty sure that's not a sentence, at least not in any language I speak. How the fuck do you even begin to mark something like that? They're not all that bad. Well, I was responsible for screwing things up between us. I just had let him go sooner instead of just clinging on to him for selfish purposes. It was really a very me thing to do. We just talked about him now, mostly. It sounds like you two are doing really well. Even if he's obviously not interested in you sexually, at least he finally is a friend again. I know he was feeling really desperate for one when he traded me for you. Oh, God. I didn't know you're into those types of stories. Well, most of them are, actually. Charlotte's answers were at least comprehensible. But that's just because she's writing what I said in class, verbatim in places. I end up bumping everyone's marks up so much that the class average is a low 80. If everyone's having trouble, then that means it's my fault. No need for them to suffer for that. Did he say that? Oh boy. Shit is about to hit the fan. Oh boy. He's a hard boy to coax things out of. Don't worry about it too much. If he didn't want to tell you about that, you have to understand that he just tries very hard not to be vulnerable, except to the people he's the closest to. Shit, girls are horrible. There's a lot you don't know about me, Kendall. Next morning. Okay, I'll be handing back your tests at the end of the period. The class average was about at 83, so good work, everyone. Really worried about this whole Taylor X Nolan thing. What do you think? I asked Kendall, but she exaggerates everything. But should I be worried? I don't know. I wish I could help you, but there's a little out of my reel of understanding. I guess realm of understanding. I can't say I have any experience with either boys or straight girls. What do you think? Is there really a cause for concern? For the last unit before the independent study and exam review, I'm going to give you something much easier than the last few have been. Sleepy Kendall is sleepy. I know you're all exhausted. So now we're going to be taking a look at some short stories, specifically Edgar Allan Poe. Shouldn't take more than half an hour to read the first. Once you're all done, there's a couple questions that I'll put on the board to answer, but they're all very straightforward. This isn't going to be strenuous. I let them go to the reading. Everything sucks. I didn't really have any intention of presenting this as being easy, but given the abysmal test scores, I think I need to restrain myself. They're clearly all struggling. As I copy out the easier questions I prepared last night, that's all I can think about. Maybe this just isn't my week, is all. Maybe it's not just their week. The class seems as stressed as I am. Shitty. Everything is shitty. Well, I never did expect this to be an easy job. What's wrong, bro? Prep period. Somehow, when my prep period arrives, I find myself forced into the classroom again. I have got to talk to that teacher who keeps using the office for frivolous things with absolutely nothing to do. Just have to bring myself to do something hard. Shit sucks. At least this time I don't feel bad about spending the entire time checking up on my students' Amy Connect pages. It's not like I have anything better to do. Though I certainly wonder about the classes they're in right now. I'm pretty sure they should have better things to do. At least I'm not the only one whose class they chat through. Somehow it makes me feel at least a little bit better knowing that. Akira and Nolan. This is something I really wanted to say in person, but, well, I couldn't. You deserve better. I've been holding on to you selfishly. I like you so much, but I didn't realize that part of love means letting the person do what makes them truly happy. But you're straight. This can't work. I've been a shitty person for thinking it could, and getting in the way of you and Taylor just for my own selfish whims. I'm sorry. Really sorry. You should go back with her like you obviously want to. I fucked up, bro. Sorry. At least forgive me. I just want you to be with who makes you happy. Oh boy, only a little bit though. There's not really much to feel great about. What the hell's going on here? The next morning. My walk to school is quiet as always. I'm really grateful that I'm not in the middle of a terribly busy neighborhood. I can just take quiet side streets all the way there. What the fuck? Did Taylor put you up to this? What's going on? Of course I like you. Where's this coming from? Never mind, I can see you're ignoring me. You're ignoring Amy. I'm coming over. What's wrong with Akira? He seems absolutely awful, but I don't know what's up. And he won't say. Is he okay? No idea. He won't tell me either. I hope so, sis. I hope so. It's just not like him. What the fuck? Stay away from my boyfriend, you crazy bitch. Oh boy. I arrive as early as I normally should. No surprise, the classroom is empty. I get to clearing up my desk and getting my notes ready for class. I've been there for only a few minutes when there's a knock on the door. Strange. It's open. That never happens. I turn to look as an unfamiliar woman walks in. Excuse me. Are you Mr. Rook? The office told me I could find him here. That's me. John? But you have me at a disadvantage. What? Her temper seems short. Never mind. How can I help you? I am Ichigo Yamazaki. I understand that you're my son's homeroom teacher. Oh, so you're Akira's mother. Yes, that's right. Maybe you can explain something to me then. Does this school not have a strict policy about bullying? Yeah, of course. Then maybe you can explain why my son immediately locked himself into his room when he got home last night. Maybe you can explain why I had to deal with his poor boyfriend knocking at our door in tears. Do you just not care about bullying when it's gay students? Is that it, Mr. Rook? Because I certainly am not paying tuition for teachers to be Whoa, no, please, calm down. She was about to accuse me of being homophobic, and I know that Akira broke up with Nolan, but what does that have to do with me? I had no idea. For what it's worth, I thought Akira and Nola's relationship was extremely healthy and encouraged it. But I'm not responsible for them breaking up. It's hard for both, but that's just part of being teenagers. It's out of my control. Do you know why they broke up, Mr. Rook? No? Is this actually the first time I've heard of it? I can think of at least one reason, but I can't admit to that. She never said anything to him in front of me. He never told me about her messages. So far, as far as I should know, it didn't happen. Then maybe you should be paying better attention. Akira showed me a series of harassing messages that this girl Taylor had sent. It's completely unacceptable. And yesterday she cornered him at lunch to tell him that, quote, a fag like him could never make Nolan happy, unquote. And that was being selfish for dating a straight boy. Can you imagine how hurtful that must have been? This is completely unacceptable. What are you going to do about this? She said, what? Okay, that is the most definitely grounds for dealing with her. I'm as shocked as she seems to be. That's absolutely appalling. I never thought Taylor would stoop that low. That's far, far worse than I imagined. At least she was subtle in her messages, but that's appalling. I can't believe she'd... Mrs. Yamazaki, you have my utmost assurances. She's not going to go without reprimand. It's not acceptable. I promise you, ma'am, I will straighten her out. We do have a strict anti-bullying policy, and I'm personally shocked and offended by her actions. And that's the truth. I should hope so. I just want to make it perfectly clear I don't want to be antagonistic. Akira likes you and says you're a good teacher. But if I ever hear about her doing this to either my boy or Nolan again, then she'll be expelled. I'll see to it personally. It's not okay. That's the bottom line, Mrs. Yamazaki. Okay. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I've got to get to work now, but I'll be keeping up. You seem decent enough. I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances. Me too. She turns to leave. Stop her with one more question. I don't know what the question is, though. Wait, Mrs. Yamazaki? Yes, Mr. Rook? How are they doing? Is Akira doing better? I'm glad you asked. They're back together, if that's what you mean. Akira was feeling vulnerable, but Nolan, the sweetheart, stayed over all night to make sure he was okay. I think he's doing a lot better now. Nolan was furious, though. He was holding in a lot when he heard about what Taylor had said for Akira's sake. He was trying to be brave, but I worry about him. That's rough. He always seems sensitive about the subject, too. Oh, so you understand. Well, I think he'll be fine. They're a good influence on each other. Just please deal with Taylor before Nolan makes a rash decision. I'm about to object, to say that sounds awful threatening, but to be honest, if I had someone do that to someone I loved, I would probably do something stupid too. I'm not going to hold it against either, so long as he doesn't act on it. I will. Thanks. Goodbye now. Bye. Tough words from me. Talking about having her expelled, I have no idea what that process is like, but tuition here isn't exactly cheap. It would probably be very difficult. Not that Taylor knows that. It's a good threat anyway. I really hope it won't come to testing that. I go back to sit at my desk trying to get my thoughts back in order. I'm going to have to deal with Taylor later, of course, but I still have a class to teach today. Nothing. It wasn't nothing. She tried to get back at me by harassing Akira. What the fuck is wrong? It was fucking horrible. I start to focus on that, reviewing my notes just to be sure as the class slowly comes in. Oh my god, it was Taylor. Look at her wall. Hi, Mr. Rook. Hi. She goes to sit down without saying another word. I guess she can probably tell that I'm stressed. Eventually, the rest of the class starts to file in, although I'm really only interested in a certain pair who come in at the same time. Wait, Nolan? Akira? Oh my god, do you know what she actually did? I know Taylor can be bad, but I thought she was above abusing Akira just to get back at her boyfriend. Hi, sir. Sup? Oh, I'm sorry about the uniform, but it's... Relax, nobody cares about the dress code. That's not what I was going to say. Oh. I heard about what happened. I'm going to have some very strong words with her. So, Nolan, I know you're probably still angry, but let me handle it, okay? Fine, you're going to deal with that bitch? You can tell he's holding in a lot of stronger words than that. He's probably more than a little embarrassed. He wants to be a strong man protecting his boyfriend, I imagine. But it is better if I deal with it. Easy. I'll talk to her, but you have to be calm. And Akira, next time there's something wrong, tell me right away, okay? Okay, sir. TY, you're a bro. You're welcome. I just wish you'd told me. I would have had dealt with it sooner. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. TY, sir. I sit back down at the desk, watching Nolan comfort Akira before they take their seats. Never seen either like that before. I can tell beneath the calmness, Nolan's definitely angry. Can't imagine how he must be feeling. This must be the most goddamned emasculating experience possible, and I definitely feel bad for him. Hard to feel like a man when you have to get your boyfriend's mother to get your teacher to deal with your problems. There's no shame there, but I bet he thinks there is. It's gotta be painful. Finally, the entire class arrives, and I get ready to start. Sorry, folks, my voice is starting to give out a little bit. Although, guess not, she's such a freaking waste of air. Fucking, how can someone be so bitchy? Jeez. Before I begin, Taylor? Yes, Mr. Rook? In my office right after your last class, is that understood? Uh-oh. Is that what Nolan's saying true, that they're completely over the line? I know you don't like Akira, but that's no excuse to be a bitch. Didn't you consider Nolan's feelings? Oh, boy. Loves Akira no matter what some say. Less than 3. Okay, good. Now on to the story of what you were all supposed to read last night. Am I checking out Ten-chan? I'm going to deal with Taylor. Yep, I'm definitely going to make it clear that there's no room for this bullshit. Could you ease up on Taylor a bit, please? I hate her more than anyone, but I don't really need a dozen posts on her wall talking about what a helpless victim I am. Okay, bro? Sorry, you're right. I'll stop. I guess that's not helping. I'm just sorry. You realize you didn't deserve that. What she did was just unbelievable. If there's anything that I can do that would be helpful, please let me know. Trust me, bro. I will. Right now, I just want to be with my BF, okay? Okay. Warning, do not let your boyfriends near Taylor Gibson. She's a horrible, horrible bitch and will emotionally abuse them. What the fuck, crazy bitch. I guess it does start at the bottom, but basically. I'm really disappointed. I'm sorry about Taylor. She was completely over the line. Oh, boy. But before I go, let's go check out 12chan. Hey, did you hear? Did you hear? Season 2 of Eniko confirmed. Honestly, not really looking forward to that. It's going to star fucking Kimi. pretty sure she doesn't need Mahu Sojo Magical Heartbreaker Jerk Kimi-chan. Bro, I would watch the hell out of that. Okay, so would I, actually. But it starts making me like that, yada yada. Well, how could you possibly redeem Kimi after that big betrayal? She's a great, interesting character, but you kinda can't forgive her for that. Dunno. Okay, for serious though, there has to be a way. There's always a way. I don't agree. Some people can just go die in a fire forever. Like Togoff! Kimi's definitely fucking one of them. What? Feels real, bro. I mean, it would take a whole series to make up for that. You can't just have it as an afterthought, but it could be all about her realizing what a horrible person she was and trying to overcome that. That'd be a story I want to see. Also, it's not like it'd be inconsistent. That's how it goes in real life. You act like a horrible bitch to everyone, and you have to make up for it and keep going. You don't get a stupid fucking guidance story where everything's great and perfect and awesome again. You have to learn to grow a fucking pair. I think I've seen fan art of that. What? Kimi growing a pair. It's pretty hot, bro. Hello, hello, hello. Where? Hello, 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 hello. Well, that's enough dawdling for me. Time to go. Hi, Mr. Rook. Hello, why don't you have a seat? She sits down trembling. What's this about? Taylor, don't insult my intelligence. You know exactly what this is about. Oh, is this about Akira? What did he tell you? He seemed really upset at me for some reason, like he was blaming me for... Oh, hell no, you don't. I don't even want to hear what your ridiculous story she's going to tell. I preempt her with deciding on my approach. How should I handle this? Go angry at her. No, just shut up, Taylor. I'm not interested in the bullshit, okay? She seems taken aback. At least now I have her attention. It's about time someone stops putting up with her shit. She's been getting away with it because it's behind my back for far too long. I heard the whole story. With all given respect, what the hell is wrong with you? If I didn't know you better, I wouldn't have even believed it. This is the archetypal crazy ex-girlfriend story. You're a cliché. You're an insane cliché. How could you possibly be such an awful person to him? Did you not consider his feelings? What could have convinced you that harassing some poor boy into dumping his boyfriend was okay? Do you just not understand how horrible that is? I don't care. Fine, put his feelings ahead of mine. Let the girl cry, but rush in to defend the boy. I don't care about his fucking feelings. What? What do you even say to that? Policy. Well, you'd better start caring, because school policy is pretty clear on this matter. Anyone causing persistent, deliberate emotional distress can be expelled without refund. She goes quiet, realizing just how serious I am. Expelled is probably a big word when your father's paying for your expensive private school tuition. There's a long pause as I let that sink in with her. Well, that's retarded. That's bullshit. That's retarded. So what? Akira gets to be totally sheltered at my expense? What's that going to be like for him in the real world? He's not going to be able to go crying to his teacher for help there. Taylor, in the real world, what you've done is called harassment. Any employer would fire you on the spot for it. Being really accommodating here by giving you a second chance, and I don't have to. You could be expelled. I'm willing to do it. Come on. All you have to do here is be a decent human being and not treat a boy like shit. Is that hard? Is that really so hard that you'd get yourself expelled for it? She goes quiet. She can tell, I hope, that there's absolutely nothing she can say to dig her way out of this. She sighs and seems to swallow her pride. Fine, you're right. It's not. I know. Just cut the shit, okay? I don't know what your problem is, but you're abusing the people around you, and it has to stop. Look, go home, Taylor. Just go home, think about what you've done, and then don't do it ever again. Just don't. That's all you have to do. It's not hard. The indignant look on her face is gone. Now she's just quiet. Just don't be a bitch, okay? That's all I'm asking. Don't be a bitch, and you won't get expelled. Simple. Okay. That's all. You can go. She walks away quietly, and I don't have a clue what she's thinking. Was I still too harsh anyway? Not harsh enough? I don't know. I really did not know. I guess that went as well as it possibly could. Damn, dude. My voice is giving out. I've been lying in bed for the past hour. I can't get to sleep. What the fuck? I just heard the whole story. I thought you were just going to talk to him, not be the world's biggest jerk. That was way too cruel, Taylor. I hope you realize that. Every time I started to drift off, all I can think about was how awful things went today. Just absolutely awful. For everyone. Before I continue, I really should check those messages. What? No? Oh, whoa. Tell me, John Rook. She wants to know. Why? Why, John, why? You could have saved her. You could have stopped her. Here we go. I should be caught up enough now. Or worse, I get woken up by these creepy, creepy messages. I didn't realize I had email. 1 second, folks. Next lunch. Another weird mix of people in class for lunch today. Well, it's not weird, I suppose. Yes, please. Bitch me out too. I really wanted another person to do that. That makes me feel very happy. That's what I really need. I'm emotionally needy. Thank you, Ariana, for being a great friend. Forget it then. It's going to delete any more abusive comments, okay? Just leave me alone if you don't have anything nice to say. Has purged her wall. I feel tired and awful. I didn't get that much sleep last night in the end. So, Taylor didn't show up for class. LOL, not a single fuck was given that day. Oh, come on. I'm not going to defend her, but she has a lot going on. She doesn't deserve that. Sorry, but I can't really disagree with Kendall. What she did was just appalling. Well, I completely agree. Let's not gossip about it, guys. It's been dealt with. I don't think we need more talking about it behind her back. Ugh, whatevs. Why? Why did you let her die? You could have saved her. Why? Alright, sorry if you say so. Sleep deprived and what the hell is going on with all these messages? They remind me of Isabella, of course, and I have to wonder, could I have helped her anyway, or would have things just gone as poorly as they did with Taylor? And what the hell is going on here? At least the Taylor thing is explainable. She has fucking problems. But this, what's going on? End of chapter 5. I don't think I'll be much interest, but I have been asked specifically to pass on this message to everyone in my class. The Midwinter Dance this year is going to be held in conjunction with DCTI, a public high school a few blocks away. You know what, folks? I think I'm going to actually have to split this video off. Well, you know what? I'll just split it up and post-edit. Never mind. Keep going. Apparently this means they'll be able to afford to make it quite an extravagant affair. It's semi-formal, tickets are $80, and it's on December 7th, which isn't actually midwinter, it's like 2 weeks before. Outstanding. Well, if anyone's interested, let me know. I put the note away, rolling my eyes, as if anyone in the class would care. Anyway, I figure none of them really seem to like the types for school dances. Now, moving right on to the homework from last night. Girls Before Flowers. Hey, sir? Hey, you know, are you really still single? Did I miss something, or shouldn't you guys update your relationship status? Uh-oh. Hi, what's up? Well, it's about the big creative assignment. It's due next week, right? Yes, that's right. I can't say I'm really encouraged by that. Has it even started? Well, we had a pretty good idea for it, and we're wondering if we could do a presentation together. Yeah, for reals, it'd be great! Normally I would say no, absolutely under no circumstances. It's a huge end-of-term project worth 30% of their grade. It's not really some small group assignment or anything, but they seem into it, really into it. I don't know, what's the idea? It'd be a dramatic presentation about, metafiction. Good chance to explore the themes of the course, apply them to modern context. That sort of thing. I'd be totes rad, sir. I mean, we could just do essays, but we figured you'd want us to do something interesting instead. Yeah, you'd be a real bro if we could, sir. Well, sounds like they actually care. Given that this is the first time I've seen that sort of reaction from either of them about anything school-related, how can I say no? This is my chance, probably my only chance, to actually get them to engage with the class. I guess I'll have to fudge the rules. I guess I'll allow it this once. You're a bro, sir. Totes legit. We go over the details for another couple of minutes, and they go on their way. I guess it could be worse. As far as concerns go, I have bigger ones anyway. I spend the whole prep hour crippled with indecision over how I'm going to handle the upcoming exam review. I start writing notes, but I throw them away every time. She's right, though. What are we? I don't really want to pressure you or anything, but, well, with Taylor, but that was why Taylor scouted me so much before. I'm never really sure what our relationship is. I mean, if you don't know either, that's totes cool. We don't have to say we're anything still, no pressure. I just, well, I don't know, feels weird, man. Hello, well, it's complicated? Oh, boy. In the end, I come up with nothing. I don't have a clue how I'm going to get through this. I have control over what's on the exam, but I won't be responsible for marking them. So, well, if they all do terribly... Sorry, didn't know you felt that strongly. You're my boyfriend, Ob. Do you want me to change my profile? Are we at that point? I just didn't want to rush things. Oh, we're both silly. Then, yes, totes. If you're comfortable saying that, then we definitely should. Did I get more of this? Still, though, on some bizarre, perverse level, I'm actually glad to be worrying about this. Thrilled, even. It's nice to finally be actually worried about my students academically, not their personal drama. Nanasi is, like, scaring the hell out of me here. Is in love with a boy. No homo. Isn't that how it's supposed to go? Oh. Later. When I get home, I'm going to get a comprehensive exam review finished for tomorrow. I really need to. Hey dear, what are you up to? I'm really bored. Oh, not much. Wish I could be with you, but unfortunately Mom's out with the car and the bus doesn't run that late. Sorry, babe. Trust me, I'm bored too. Well, that's okay. I understand. I've just been thinking of you a lot. You seem like you know how to deal with boredom. I don't believe you. Well, actually, I can think of something. Are you alone in your room? Oh, yes, of course I am. What's that? Do you remember those pictures I sent you a while back? I just asked because you said at the time, before we broke up, I guess, that you'd be interested in reciprocating. If you're up for it, of course. LOL. Nice, Raffle, I was wondering. But first I need to mark all the homework from today. Why did I think that was a smart idea, again, to give homework today when I should be worrying about their exams? And what's more, they just leave me feeling even more worried. This is some of the shittiest, sloppiest work I've seen in my entire life. Wait, do you mean the sexy ones? I might have kept those. Sorry, I probably should have deleted them when we broke up, but I really couldn't bring myself to. Do you really want to see that? I've never really done that sort of thing before. Oh boy. Just absolutely terrible all around. Well, no pressure or anything, but of course I do. You're beautiful, and I'm sure you have a beautiful body, Charlotte. It's fun, and there's no need to be prudish about it. For real, sis. I think you'd have a lot to be proud of. Okay, I don't think I might. I don't think mine will turn out as hot as yours, but I guess I'm willing to give it a shot anyway. Should I use the same image sharing thing that you did last time? Despite being told specifically not to, they're all bullshit 5-paragraph essays. Every single one. At least one student managed to fit theirs into a single page. Yeah, that works. Cat face. I mean, there's bad and then there's bad. Despite being given easy topics, not a single one managed to actually stay on point for more than a paragraph. And most depressingly. Okay, here goes. The password is your middle name. Sorry, I'm not really very good at this. Think fail 6. Can I actually... No idea. I guess I really shouldn't... What am I doing? Even Charlotte's is awful. Not as awful as the rest, but it's the most incoherent argument imaginable. She wasn't even trying. Oh no, don't say that. You are really pretty, sis. You just need to work on your posing a little. You should hide your hips with your skirt like that. Oh, you shouldn't hide your hip with your skirt. You could even lose the bra. It's a little awkward there. Don't overthink it, really. Just try to tease a little more and it'll be perfect. I realize why, of course. She's been distracted, and maybe I encourage that a little bit. But I sure can't give this a good mark in good faith. It's awful, and she's still the best in class. Okay, this took a lot of tries, but do you think this is better? OMG, yes, it's perfect. I shouldn't have said anything. Now I'm actually really hot for you. Definitely you shouldn't be down on yourself. You are absolutely beautiful. OMG, I just want to pounce you right now. Oh boy. By the time I'm done with all the marking, I feel like I'm just completely giving up. What's the point? I'm exhausted from desperately trying to find some way to justify raising their marks just a little. Aw, thank you. Can't exactly let them all fail. I'll worry about exam review later, I guess. There's no point in trying now, I'm just too tired. Spent the rest of the evening just lying in bed. I deserve a bit of a break, I suppose. Even if rationally, I should be freaking out. I'm not really sure this works, but I tried to take your advice when you said to pounce on me. Did you mean something like this? Oh my god, Charlie, I didn't deserve you. I love you so much. You're just going to keep me up all night thinking of you like that. So cute. So cute. I wish my boobs were half as adorable as yours. That stare. You're just so perfect. I could kiss you. I just want to bring you home and have my way with you forever. I'm in love with you. Uh-huh. Lunch the next day. Just the two of them at lunch again. But before I continue, I really should check those messages. Oh my gosh, stop that. You're embarrassing me so much. I was just doing what you suggested. I love you too, but you don't have to flatter me so much, you know. Implying I'm flattering. Nope, you really are incredibly beautiful, for reals. Just trying to make things better. There we go, I should be caught up. So I guess the essays didn't really go very well, Mr. Rook. Can I at least explain why? No. I know exactly why you didn't do well, and I really do not want to hear her try to explain, especially not after what they were doing last night. No. Do you really want to talk about this? Hey, I know we've never really been great friends or anything, but can I ask you for advice or something? I mean, would you mind, or do you totes hate me? When you put it that way, not really, no. Just do a better job when you're studying for your exam, okay? Your marks are really going to flag if you don't put the effort into them. Right, of course. I'm sorry, I'll try harder next time. Okay, good. There's a pause. What, not going to bitch me out for my marks, sir? Do you actually listen? LOL. Nope. Well, there you go, then. Of course I don't hate you. I mean, you're really difficult at times, but I understand completely. It's Taylor who hates you, and, well, the less said about her right now, the better. It's just arguing with you is not something that smart people do. I get that. There are your marks to worry about. As much as you should, it's not as if I can force you to care. Haha, LOL, totes legit. Good call, sir. Speaking of hostile... Do you mind if I come in for a few minutes? She looks humble somehow, if that's even possible to say about Taylor. Yes. Thanks. No, as in yes, I mind, sis. Charlotte gives a stern look as she usually does when Kendall says something mean. Excuse me. I do too. Oh, well, ouch. But even if she deserves it, I probably shouldn't let Kendall rip into her too much, or Charlotte for that matter, as bizarre as the idea is. Oh, come on, I came here because, look, I just got back from talking to Akira and Nolan. I wanted to apologize for being a bitch to you two, too. I sigh. For fuck's sake, at least she's admitted to it straight up, but that doesn't mean I trust her. You were just talking to Akira and Nolan? Yes. Where are they? They're on the roof together. I didn't say anything mean, I promise. I just wanted to let them know I was sorry. It's fine. Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. I get up to leave. Guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. Please just be calm and don't kill her, okay? If there's a problem, I'll take care of it. It's a big request. No promises, sir. Kendall. Fine, sir. I won't kill her. Good. Sure enough, she's not lying about that, at least. Both the boys are on the far end of the roof. It's a good place, too. The view is nice from up here, it's pleasantly mild out, and it's surprisingly quiet. Ah, what's that? Oh, that's dragon spawn. You have to be quick with them, or they'll bring in the reinforcements with their incinerate power. The fuck, sis, how can you put up with this retarded non-apology? Incinerate? Yeah, destroys them in your inventory if you get hit with it. Everything? If you're not careful, but they're easy to deal with. You just flank like this. Whoa! Well, you know, not really. Well, they seem to be okay anyway. It looks like Taylor hasn't left a wake of emotional devastation in her wake this time. Oh, sup, sir? I'm not going to tell her off. You shouldn't either. Maybe she's right. Maybe we just have to give her a second chance. Oh, well, cool story, bro. I assume, pause this game to look up. Hey, sir. Hey, guys. Sorry I didn't mean to interrupt or anything. I just heard that Taylor came by to talk to you two. Apologize is what she said, but the last time she said that, well, I just wanted to be sure everything was alright. No, everything's cool. Don't worry about it. Oh, that's good. If there's ever a problem with her again, well, you already know. You can tell me. I think she's actually trying this time. Trying at least. Not very well. It's, well, I don't want to be too mean. F you, OMG, it's Taylor, bro. You can be mean. Good luck, have fun with that. I can't stand this bullshit. Yeah. It's just really pathetic, you know? Ugh, for reals. I'm still raging so hard at that B girl. Or that B girl. No, I mean in a really pitiful sort of way. I feel bad for making fun of her. She really is, just is that retarded about other people's feelings. Then go, it's fine. It's not as if I don't understand. I think I can talk some sort of sense into her, but I really do not mind if you leave. I'll cover your escape even. Whatevs, fuck her. I'm sick of talking about her. So everything's fine then? Yes, I mean, so long as she continues to stay away from my BF, She's pathetic, but I'm not stupid. Less than 3. Yeah. I'll let you get back to it then. Thank you for asking. No, sir. Anyway, do you wear makeup at all, Ariana? I'm not trying to be weird, actually just wondering. Yeah, thanks. I don't really need you to protect him for me, though. Sorry, I'll leave you alone then. Right. Realized as I walk away why Nolan sounded so annoyed. That must have been kind of emasculating, wasn't it? Probably wouldn't feel very manly if it... Not only did I have a boyfriend who needed protecting, but apparently felt like I couldn't even do that. Shit. Briefly consider going back to apologize, but what the fuck do you say about that? Sorry, I think you're actually very manly. It's okay. Everyone sometimes get reduced to tears by a teenage girl. I guess not, huh? The best thing, I suppose, is to just stop. Hey, sir. Hi, weren't you still eating lunch with Charlotte? Yeah, well, Taylor's still in there. Kinda hard to eat when you're overwhelmed by nausea. That's a little harsh. So the smell of so's the smell of bitch in the room. Extremely harsh, in fact. Okay, really, there's no need to be that way. You're going to have to put up with her for the rest of the year, so don't be like that. Of course I do. Everyone at school does. Man, do you really think my face looks like this naturally? I wish. So, why do you ask? I mean, I know you're asking, but I just want to hear you actually say it. Kendall, don't be Kendall about it. Okay, whatevs, bro. Hey, actually, there was something I was wondering. You said you would handle tickets for that midwinter dance, right? Yeah? Wait, really? You? What, is there a problem with that? Oh my god, my voice is just giving out, folks. Give me a minute here to cough up. But I don't want to stop, because I'm, like, really into this story. I know I could just take a break, but I'm really enjoying it. Not really, but I think Charlotte would like it, and, well, you know, since we got back together, we haven't really done much. I kind of want to do something special with her, sir, and, like, well, I think she'd like, is all. She doesn't think I can be girly or romantic or whatevs. I think I'd impress her if I proved her wrong. Is that weird? No, it's not weird at all. Of course that makes perfect sense. You're probably right. You said $80, right? So can you hook a sister up? Sure, just bring in the money and I'll get you 2 tickets, right? Just reaches into her jacket and pulls out a pair of hundreds. Well, shit, I guess she came prepared. Here. Okay, great. I'll get you change and the tickets I'll do during prep. Can you come by after school to pick them up? Yeah, of course. See you in your office. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, TY, bro. I'll see you then. You're welcome. Laters! Well, that was surprising. 3:55. Now I'll go to 10chan. What do we got here? Well, I'd really appreciate your help with it. I'm taking Charlotte to that dance, and I've got a nice dress picked out and everything, but I do not know the first thing about makeup at all, and I really wanted to impress her. She's going to put in a lot of effort, I know, and I would feel terrible if I didn't too, except I'm totally clueless when it comes to that. You in a nice dress? No way. OMG, what have you done with the real Kendall? Of course I'll help. It sounds like a worthy cause after all. Come on, we can meet up after school. We'll go to the shoppers together, and I'll help you out. I just have one condition. What's the condition? You absolutely must show me this dress. Wow, I can't even imagine that. Okay, fair enough. Thank you again. Now, if only I could get you to go all the way with the Eliza Doolittle thing. Hello, well, meet me outside after school, then it's no problem at all. I picked up a ticket from the office, just like she asked. It still seems really surprising to me, though. I can't imagine that at all. Kendall's probably already on her way to my office. But before I go, yeah, 12chan. Bondage General, another fucking Bondage General thread, even though we had one of these like 2 hours ago. I like girls tied up as much as the next girl, but not all, LOL, all bondage all the fucking time, okay? It's stupid, you're stupid. This topic, bondage and sexual restriction in the social mores of 16th century Korean poetry. Oh well. Trying way too hard to be wacky, forced meme is forced. Hei Choi was the sister of one of the Korea's most important writers. Because of that, an incredible feat for a woman of her time was able to learn some literate in Chinese. The intellectual link. What? What is this? I don't even. The fuck? You're ruining everything. Actually, more retarded than OP. We're not supposed to be literate beyond reading edicts. It's about how to be a good wife in keeping with Confucian tradition. She got into one little fight and her mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in the air." Right. 17-year-old copy pasta. Get the fuck out of here. This topic, ruining a perfectly good thread with forced comedy. Fuck, never mind. It was actually better when it was stupid and serious. Hello, 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 hello. Alright. Sup, sir? Hey, I got you the tickets and your change. Takes a pair of tickets from me, but not the money. Actually, there's something else I wanted to ask you. Sir, it's, kind of a weird request, though. Of course. Why don't you have a seat? What could this possibly be about? More drama? Great. Just when I was thinking I could finally just focus on worrying on academics. So what's the problem? Oh, no problem, sir. Just, I was thinking the dance run's late. I kind of wanted to make it a whole evening thing. Big fancy date and all. Makes sense. I kind of have the house to myself all that week. Parents off on vacation, so, like, it would be rad if I invited her over afterward, you know, so... Okay, that part I understand. Don't explain. Please, I get the picture. Try not to facepalm or wince, meaning that far more literally than I had ever intended. All the more power to her, but I really don't want to picture Kendall taking Charlotte home. I don't think I can exactly help you with that, though. Actually, you totes can, sir. I kind of doubt that. Hell, what's she going to ask? I honestly can't even imagine at this point. What could she possibly be talking about? I want to be proper and romantic. I've got the whole thing worked out, except... Well, could I get you to buy drinks for me, sir? I'm only 17 and I really don't want to pay for a fake ID just for this one thing. No. I'm sorry, I don't really think that would be professional of me to do so. Well, I know you'll go get it anyway, I'm not stupid, but I'm sorry, I really can't buy an underage student alcohol for your romantic evening. You understand, right? Hand her back the money. Yeah, whatever, sir, of course I understand. Forget I ever asked. Done. Well, I should get going then. TY for the tickets, though. Sorry I couldn't help more. It's cool. Yeah, no, not getting into the underage drinking thing. Well, that was still probably actually the least awkward private conversation I've ever had with a student, which is kind of embarrassing on my part, really. There are two very conspicuous absences. Well, busy night, bro? But you didn't stay up as late as the lesbians did, I take it. No, but I did meet a nice boy in the grade 12, so it wasn't a total waste. Congrats. Hope you're both having fun. Class is really quiet without Charlotte around to volunteer answers. Oh boy. The afternoon after the dance. Just 5 minutes before the lunch bell is about to ring. Is there anything here? No. They're still not here. Wow, how long do they stay up? Yeah, it's starting to get pretty late. Charlotte Gruwall has upped... Did she... What? Both came in at the same time. The whole class starts to chatter all at once. Hey, sir, sorry we're late. Really sorry. I stare at her. Why did she even bother coming in? There's 5 minutes left in the period. Sorry, it was, we didn't really get much sleep. Charlotte giggles and jabs Kendall sharply in the arm. Shut up, Kendall. Sorry, it was, late night. You know how it is, sir. Unfortunately, I do. Please go sit down and stop talking. They're both still giggling with each other as they go take their seats. I try to get back on topic, but it's completely pointless. Just about to tell everyone to quiet down, the lunch bell rings. Of course. Everyone scrambles to leave. Well, some take their time. OMG. Okay, let's not make a big deal of anything. Whatevs, bro. Come on, you both came in together. OMG. Come on, how was the evening? Well, I'm glad I'm the only person in the room who's incredibly uncomfortable. It was... rad? Lovely. Aw, you definitely look tired. Well, you know, it was a long night. We both went back to my house and danced. Danced until 5 in the morning. She's a sweetheart. And a romantic, you know. Come on, sis, don't tell them that. It's true. It's a true story. You're embarrassing me. Hey, Nolan, how come you never take me dancing? You never asked? Akira grabs Nolan's hands dramatically, which I noticed despite trying not to watch. Nolan, my love, my Anata-kun, my bro of bros, take me dancing. Totes legit, I would love nothing more than to dance with you. Man, Akira, you are the neediest boyfriend ever. Come on, dance with me, right now, let's do this. Well, I don't think you can refuse him, Nolan. Charlotte just giggles, take me now. Oh god. Akira starts dragging Nolan off to the front of the room with playful protest. Wait, did you mean the euphemism or, like, actually dancing? Oh, Nolan, if you really want to be my man, that's it. I take a deep breath. Stop talking about dancing! End of chapter 6a. After what feels like not nearly long enough, the final day of school before exam approaches. I have one last review lesson for the class prepared for tomorrow morning. Then after that, it's all up to them. I'm tweaking my notes, really stressing out despite the fact that there's not much I can do, when my phone rings. Hello? Hi, I'm looking for John Rook. The school said I could reach him at this number. I'm John, speaking. It's Ichigo Yamazaki calling. Oh, hello, Miss Yamazaki. How are you doing this evening? Perfectly fine, thank you, but I think we need to have a conversation about what's been going on with the school's social networking service. The words hit me like a kick in the face. I can't respond. I'm just stunned. Immediately reached the obvious conclusion. She's talking about my eavesdropping. Oh, shit. It's coming back to me. I start to panic. My heart is pounding. This is where it all goes to hell. My heart is racing so fast, so heavily, I almost worry that she can hear it on the other end. I try to stay calm. I try. Yeah, I can... What would be a good time for me to come in? I work during the day, but I could come by Thursday morning, if that's all right with you. Yeah, that's fine. Good, I'll see you then. Okay? Goodbye. She hangs up before I can say anything. Not that I have anything to say, at least. At least I have a few days to think about it. School's not going to protect me here. If there's an angry parent, well, she's the only one paying Akira's tuition, not me. I imagine they said to be discreet for a reason. I'm terrified, just absolutely terrified. Is there anything I can say to her that not end in disaster for me? Anything? Question keeps me up for half the night. Pawn captures Rook. Winter morning air is cool. The winter morning air is cool and the morning is quiet. As I walk to school, I'm still shaken. I still don't know how I'm going to deal with Mrs. Yamazaki in a couple days. There's a backlog of like 20 shows he can't start until after exams. I know, right? So unfair. Oh, hey, rehearsal for that presentation at lunch good with you? KK. Will I get fired to appease her? If she really does raise it with the school, probably. Is there anything I can do to prevent that if it comes down to it? I doubt it. No way. I'm new. I'm expendable. Would she? I don't know. She's probably angry, though. Thinking about it, I would be. That's sort of a huge breach for privacy. I'd be absolutely furious. I'm screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. Somehow I fucked up, she figured it out, and now I'm probably going to be destroyed by that. Unless I can figure out some way to make it okay, but what could I possibly do? What would excuse that? I've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's all I can think about as I walk. That I have to think of something. There must be something I can do to put it all right. Or I'm fucked. I'm so lost at thought that it takes me a good moment to realize that the silence is broken by the sound of crying from right behind me. Startled, I turn around to see... her. Her spirit. She can't pass on because of you. Why did you let her down? Why, John Rook? She's tormented. She's tormented, and it's all your fault. If you'd only stopped her. She rushes forward, grabbing my lapels, sobbing heavily against my chest. What the... It's so awful. So awful. Why didn't you just stop her, John? Why? She wasn't... It would have been so easy. You just had to say something, but no. You had to let her die. Suddenly, she shoves me away. She stares with the creepiest smile in the world. A smile that could pierce your very soul. I'm horrified. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She'll come back for you. Isabella will come back for you. For one last goodbye. She turns and runs away. Wait! Come back! I shout and start to give chase, but it's too late. She's already disappeared. All I can do is stand there, catching my breath. This is too much. This is too surreal. I don't know how to respond here. What the hell has happened to my life? I arrived later than most of the class, and it's all I can do to not look too terrified while I sit there waiting. I fidget like an absolute madman. I keep glancing back and forth at the computer, desperate for some sort of brief distraction, tapping my fingers. I just hope it's not too noticeable. You're back in uniform? Hey, Akira, hey, sir, my mom got a hold of you last night, right? In more ways than one. Yes, she did. We didn't talk long. Okay, I mean, I know she wanted me to be there. Thursday, 11 a.m. is meeting in your office. Cool? Or that's fine. I mean, I'll be in school during that entire exam period, but yeah, we can talk about it then. Great, Kay, I'll tell her that. Right. Try not to stare at him. It's not his fault. He hasn't done anything unreasonable. And he's not the one threatening me, it's his mother. His mother, who I still think of any way to deal with. There has to be something, at least one of these insane things in my life I have to be able to deal with. Sir? Sorry, did you say something? Just me and Kendall are going to do our presentation today, right? Oh, yeah, right. Can we present after school? We kind of want to rehearse at lunch, if it's no prob. Yeah, sure, it's no problem. TY. Sits back down, and not long afterwards, the last exam review class begins. Needless to say, it goes terribly. Absolutely terribly. Does anyone know what's actually supposed to be on the literature exam? I was sure right up until Mr. Rook's review lecture. My mind is just too far elsewhere, dwelling on the oncoming catastrophe. Between the exams, that weird girl's message, and Mrs. Yamazaki, it's just too much for me to handle. Yeah, this is pretty LOL what? That's it for the day, well, as far as classes go. Somehow I managed to calm myself down a little by the end. I'm still scared, I still can't think of anything, but I'm a grown man, I need to sack up and stop freaking out. I'm really glad it's not just me. Grow a fucking pair. Yeah, it's scary. Yeah, I still don't know what to do. Everything could go wrong. Everything probably will go wrong. I'll just have to deal with it, I tell myself. Easier said than done, but I'll be damned if I don't try. Sup, bro? Hey, sir. Hi, you guys. Do you have your presentation? Are you both ready to start, or do you need a couple minutes? Give me a sec. I need to get the music queued up. Okay. In this, I'll be playing the role of Anonymous. Okay, got it. And my role will be that of Anonymous. Kendall presses a button on her computer to start playing her music, and Akira turns off the lights. Both clear their throats, waiting a moment. In this thread, spoilers. Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker. Bruce Willis was actually a ghost. He was really just Earth in the future. Tyler Durden was the name of his alternate personality. Snape kills Dumbledore. No! Spoilers! Rosebud was the name of his sled. The missing girl was secretly just an AI. And the dead girl actually just moved away as part of an elaborate trick. Wait, what? What was that last one? Oh, you know, the sequel to the thing you said. For reals? I never actually understood what the hell happened in it. My face when implying it was not easy to understand. Implying it is? Seriously, bro, what the fuck was the story there? KK. The feudal lord is suddenly forced to take over a band of apprentices, each representing the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac. But he's completely ill-equipped for it. He takes everything too seriously, right? Way too seriously. For Sears. So what... Then he starts spying on them? Oh, underscore. Big O. Well, yeah, of course. He's their lord. That's just what the lords do. He's supposed to train them to be just like him. That's his job. Okay, so what was the whole deal then? So then the apprentice all conspire together and hatched a plan to take their lord look ridiculous. You know, bring him down to earth a little. Oh, right. What's the deal with the girl, right? The one who represented the dog. You mean Yo? Yeah, totes. You don't find out until the end, though. See, the thing was that she's actually planning on running away to return to her home village anyway. Her village is in the middle of a famine, and they couldn't afford to have their eldest daughter off in the Lord's study anymore. Oh, right, so that's what the scene was. They wake up in the Lord and make it look like she's killed herself, implying you didn't understand what happened. Clearly understanding exactly what happened. LOL, so what part didn't you get? What's the deal with the ghost? Bruce Willis? Oh, you mad? No, the one who haunted the Lord. Oh, too bad you didn't mean Bruce Willis. He's totally hot. Forced meme is forced, bro. My face when you couldn't actually explain what the deal with the ghost was. LOL, the deal with the ghost was that she was actually just a servant of the dog girl. She had conspired with the mother of Yo's best friend. She wasn't really a ghost? LOL, no. So what the fuck was the ending supposed to be? In the end, Yo returns to reveal that the whole thing was merely a comic farce. Then she delivers the moral of the story, which is, well, Yo Dog puts the moral in his hands, so he can lord it over them while he lords over them. What? Trollface.png. Get the fuck out of here. After a long dramatic pause, Kendall does a curtsy and Akira bows. So, is that it? That's it! Then, could you explain to me what dramatic techniques that was supposed to show an understanding of? Glad you asked, sir. Foreshadowing. I stare at them. A pun? Seriously? Ha 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 ha. Okay then. Thank you. There's one more class this semester that comes after all the exams. I'll let you know what your marks are then. Okay, see you, sir. Yeah, later, sir. Good luck on the exam. The fuck was that? Well, that's enough of that time. Time to go. Thursday. The exam's come and gone. Now I just have to wait for the exam period to finish for all the other classes. It's nerve-wracking. Hey, after your last one, I want to come over and hang out. We've barely talked in the past week. Love to. Miss you. Stupid exam. What's the plan, bro? It's supposed to be an easy break for me. Just a time to relax, finish the semester marking, and take it easy, knowing there isn't any more real material to teach until January. But of course I'm not. How can I take it easy when everything's wrong is converging? I can't help but feel crushed by the weight of my failures. Keep reading. I got the new PKK game if you're interested in multiplayer co-op, or we could do something else, no big. 2 divorces, a sudden career change as a midlife crisis, just so I could completely screw it up right when I started. I'm a creep and a shitty teacher. I let completely invading my students' privacy become banal to me, and managed to completely fail Isabella. Not really that good at video. That's why I like just watching you, but if you want we can do it together. Why not? And all I can think of is, it might look bad if my students do poorly on their exams. All I can think of is, oh woe is me, I could lose my job if Mrs. Yamazaki gets upset. Never mind why. I'm fucked, and I'm a fuck-up who absolutely deserves it. We can make an excuse for you to come over and then just make out on my couch for an hour. Like last time. She's probably already on her way to my office. Time to go face the music. Oh, Nolan, you're a man after my own heart. No, seriously, I'm totes interested in playing video with you. It'd be fun. I know how much you're into that thing. Let's do this. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, we can walk home together after the history exam. It's a date. Head down the hallway. It's empty and completely quiet. What with everyone being in the middle of exams right now, the building is mostly deserted. Then suddenly, from around the corner appears someone. Holy shit! Hello, Mr. Rook. I've been looking for you. I stare at her, shocked. It's like the girl said. Isabella will come back for you. Everyone thought you were dead. I can't believe she's here. I mean, she's always a little skeptical about the rumor, but after she disappeared for months, what happened to you? Everyone thought that you killed yourself. Really? Where did you get that impression from? And I stopped to think about it. Where did I get that impression from? Did anyone ever say anything to me about her, or did I just read it on Amy? No, I only killed myself socially. My parents can't really afford tuition here anymore. We had to move back into the boonies. I was going to tell you, but it was all very sudden. Then, well, I'm sure you figured out the rest. I'm starting to get an idea. I just kept staring in shock. I'm an even bigger idiot than I had realized. So the girl was just your friend. Your friend who was completely in on the joke. A friend of Ikugo's, actually. It was all her idea, you know. Anyhow, she's waiting in your office. I have to go now, but I'll be back later. Bye. It was really nice to see you. Yeah, it was nice to see you too. But she must have known that it was only something anyone had ever said on Amy. And if that's what the case, I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on at all. I'm glad to see she's alive, of course, but now I just feel even more confused as I walk to my office. Hi, Mrs. Yamazaki, Akira. Please, just call me Ikugo. I think that's right. Why don't you have a seat? I sit down and sort of... She's commanding me now? I guess I should just come clean then. I've been reading all the class's social networking messages the whole semester. I won't try to defend myself. It was so easy... Dude, you just made the biggest mistake. Oh, no. That may not have been what she was coming after you for, you idiot. But it wasn't. It was just creepy and voyeuristic. I should have been better than that. I'm really sorry. I mean, I know it's hard to forgive an intrusion of your privacy like that, Akira, and I don't expect you to, but, well, I'm truly sorry. I just wanted you to know... There's a long, awkward silence, so they both just stare at me, taking it in. This is what they wanted me to confront me about, I know. I guess they weren't expecting me to confess right away. Maybe I didn't have to. No, I definitely did, even if I could have denied it. Huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. That's not exactly what I came here to talk about. Oh, shit. You didn't know? No, of course I knew. Don't be ridiculous. Everyone knows that. What? See, Mom? Shush, Akira. John, I just came here to apologize for how the prank with Isabella got out of hand. I thought it would be a funny way to get you to lighten up and encouraged it, but I didn't realize Akira was sending you creepy messages at all hours of the night. And Caitlin Goff? Caitlin Goff. Went a little over the top. I want to apologize on their behalf. Sorry, but let's go back to what you were saying. I don't understand. What were you trying to apologize for? Well, I violated your son's privacy for starters. Sorry, Kira, I've read everything you posted on Amy. Guess you caught on, that's why you did the prank, to get me to lay off. I guess I was too dense to take the hint. Oh, well, no, bro, we did the prank because we wanted to get you to lighten up. You just pretended that you didn't. I don't think you understand, even the private ones. So? I don't think you really quite get it. They all knew that. They all knew from the very start, even. Why wouldn't you be? You keep saying privacy. What a weird antiquated concept to keep bringing up. What? Antiquated? I mean, I know modern society can be invasive, but antiquated? Oh dear. Well, John, it's like this. Akira, can you define what it means? Privacy? That's right. I guess if you're private, that means you just hide everything about yourself, so it's kind of like that. I stare at him. In the months I've known him, somehow, this is the first time I've ever heard anything like that. He honestly doesn't understand the concept. That's terrifying. I don't want to be rude, but that's alarming. He doesn't really know what it means, does he? What, his generation? No, of course not. Why would he, for that matter? Why would you? It's a real old idea, you know. I'm surprised you have so much attachment to it. Didn't you grow up on Facebook? What? No, not really. It came around when I was in high school, I guess, but I never really saw the point. I'm a lot older than I look. Huh? And a lot older than you act, too. Truthfully, neither did I, and understand things in Japan aren't quite the same as they are here, and I didn't move until later, but still, I'm surprised. I'm shocked. It's just, I realize it's been eroded so much, but I didn't realize it would be completely foreign. Being so silly, though. You said voyeuristic? How is it that? Well, I read their private exchanges. Oh, come on now. Surely you passed written messages to your classmates when you were his age, too. It was just on paper, right? Yeah? Well, did you ever write anything on those that you'd be truly upset if the teacher ended up taking it from you? I have to think about it. I guess not, actually. No, but that's not the same thing at all. We still knew that the privacy was important. We were just careful. Kira, have you ever written on Amy that you'd truly be upset about Mr. Rook seeing? No, it's weird that he'd want to read my love letters to Nolan, but no, of course not. So, what are you saying then? Nothing's really changed at all since then? Things aren't different? Things are things? Is that it? She just laughs. Oh, you know, that was actually my favorite book at his age. No, I think that's wrong, though. Things are different, of course. There's no sense of privacy. It's a silly, outdated concept that feels so unsocial. Does that sound right, Akira? Totes legit. Unsocial is a good way to put it. That sounds incredibly dangerous. Damn, am I just hanging on to the old... But you have to have privacy. You have to. If you don't have that, how can you be okay with him just opening up to anyone? I think your fundamental misunderstanding, John, is mistaking privacy for control of your personal boundaries. But it is! But it isn't. I mean, that's what we were always supposed it was, wasn't it? But we're both grumpy old fogies who are slow to adapt. We always assumed it was just binary. There's things you keep to yourself and things you have public, and you don't mix them. That's kind of stupid, though, isn't it? What's wrong with this generation assuming that knowing more about someone is always a good thing? What's wrong with controlling your image? He understands that, far more than I ever will, in fact. You're not thinking in terms of... Sorry, I'm not sure how to put this in English. It's in terms of degrees, maybe. It's not as though discrimination doesn't exist. You can still hide things or show things only selectively. You just don't hide everything by default. I mean, let me put it this way. They managed to organize an entire class into an elaborate hoax at your expense, and you think you're the manipulative one? Really? It's completely foreign to me what she's saying. I want to dismiss her, to just say that's stupid, but the last part rings true. The last part makes me stop and reconsider. I'm terribly sorry. I've been rambling, haven't I? It's... alright. She stands up and offers a hand to shake. I follow her lead. Well, I hope that makes some sense to you. Anyhow, I want to apologize again for Akira and Caitlin going over the top. You shouldn't feel bad. She shakes my hand and then looks at her son. Is there anything else you wanted to add? He thinks about it. I'd say, sir, if you want to creep us on Amy, that's fine, totes legit, but you don't have to be so serious business all the time. I don't really get what my mom's talking about with the privacy and whatevs, but if you want to know something or help, why not just ask? It's not like I want to hide stuff from you, I want to be your friend. Is that crazy, bro? Is that what it comes down to? Really? That's the moral? That's the big lesson to be learned at the end of it all? After they leave, I sit back down in my office chair and stare out the window. Somehow, the world didn't come crashing down on me after all. Last day of class until January comes at last. Everyone seems excited again. There's no real work of any kind. It's just a day to come pick up marks. Let's see, I feel your pain, so much hate. Could be worse. You could be bleeding the whole time. Hates exams. 90 average, bitches. Your student marks have officially been updated as of December soon, including their exam scores. Please keep in mind that as a Lake City is an extremely competitive collegiate with a reputation to maintain. Remember, in our province of Ontario, university admissions are based solely on high school marks upon graduation. A mediocre class reflects very poorly on the school and undermines our students' success in the real world. In keeping with this high standard of excellence, your students' literature marks have been curved according to our school policy. Taylor, lowest grade. What the frig? In the future, please be sure your students' marks are acceptable before submission, as otherwise this creates more work for our administrative... What? So they just adjust the grades to... But... I guess they're all glad to have a chance to unwind after exam. I can't say that I don't understand what it feels like to be massively relieved. I want to curl up and die. This is the worst day ever. I feel so gross. Oh, that's the only thing worse. Can't believe absolutely all my worrying was for nothing. I mean, what was I thinking? Oh dear, cramps. Marks turned out okay, my job turned out okay, Isabella turned out okay, my dignity didn't really turn out too well, but if that's my biggest problem, I can probably live with it. So how are the boonies? I think the suicide story would be better. At least that would be quick and painless. That bad, bro? I don't suppose there's terribly much to do out there, is there? You're in Pickering, right? Ajax. Oh. What's the difference? One has 3 intersections with traffic light. The other has 4. So what are your plans for post-exam? It's not quite that terrible, is it really? No, pretty much. It's a shame you can't come into town more often. It's not that far away. I'm going to drink until I either forget about exams or how to keep drinking. It doesn't really matter which. Ajax might be half an hour out, but despite what you guys tried to convince me, it's not exactly Elysium. There's a train, isn't there? School's been busy. LOL, try. BTW. Awesome work with that, Akira. High five, bro. They exchange a high five, although Akira doesn't look too pleased about it. I'm sorry, Mr. Rook, but it really was quite funny. You faked a girl's suicide! Wait, what's Elysium? Yeah, laugh it up. Clearly it's not like I wanted you to take me seriously anyway. Bell rings since it's only half a day. Time for them to move on to their other classes. Greek afterlife, where souls wander forever. Everything feels so relaxed, I guess. Things worked out in the end after all. Think Hell, Limbo, Purgatory, Rainbow Road, etc. When noon comes, I pack up my stuff early too, and leave at the same time as the students. No real reason to stick around for the rest of the day. Because your period is always 3 days after mine. Remember, we have this conversation every single month. Oh, right. God, this is the worst. I think I'm going to have to bail out on you guys. I need to go home and lie down forever. Excuse me, Mr. Rook, can we talk? I want to just say no and run away, but I guess I can't really do that. I guess so. It's especially awkward with her, I know. Far more better feelings for me than I should, thanks to what I've read. I can't stop thinking of that one conversation with Taylor. I should apologize to you. I guess you already caught on, but I've read all your Amy messages, even the private ones. We all know. That's hardly a secret. Well, even the ones you sent to Taylor about... Oh, right, those. I mean, I know antiquated ideas of privacy. Antiquated. Oh my god. But that was still something I shouldn't have seen. I'm really sorry. Don't be sorry. I meant every word of what I said, you know. It wasn't really for Taylor's benefit. It was... We would have just talked at lunch. I was actually just hoping you would read those. I stare at her. Really? Oh. So you probably remember what Taylor's advice was then. I guess I'm going to do that. No more cutesy beating around the bush. Mr. Rook, for some reason I like you a lot. I think you could be a really good friend and a really good lover. I would like to spend time with you out of school. You know I can keep a secret. You know I'm discreet. You know I can be an adult where it counts. I think you've been unfair to me. I think if you give me a chance, just give me a chance. If you don't, fine, we'll both be worse for it. But I'll accept that and move on. I'm not going to be Taylor about it, don't worry. Just give it a chance. Take me out for lunch, tell me about your life. If you don't want to take me home afterwards, that's fine. But come on, what do you say? Why don't you just take me out for a nice innocent lunch and we'll see what happens? What do you say to that? What the hell? It's the end of the game. Maybe she's right. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot at least. Maybe she deserves that much. Okay. Her reaction is delayed, taking a moment to realize that I've actually just agreed. Really? Oh, that's great. I don't see why we can't have lunch anyway. Come on. I know it's really a nice place nearby. I'll show you. Sir, Mr. Rook, tell me about yourself. Just how old are you anyway? I'm not telling. It's embarrassing. That's going to have to stay private. She pauses and gives me the oddest look. Private? I don't understand. Is there really another chapter? I don't think my voice can hold out for another chapter. Oh. Nope, that's it. Well, folks, I realized that this was really just meant as... I mean, this was just meant as a look at the game, but I just got wrapped into it. Sorry, I gotta move the mouse because that keeps the credits scrolling. I really did not expect this to go into a full Let's Play, but I just got really gripped into the story. And apparently there's different endings to it, too, based on some of the choices that you make, and apparently it's a pretty in-depth game. And you. It was a great game! Well, folks, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next. Thanks for watching, folks.